yourself. So
yeah,
I mean, I think one of the easiest way to probably get a lot of guns off the street is to do with I don't know. A few cities have done it before, where you have a free bring your gun in. You know what I'm saying? Turn it in. Nothing happen to you if you turn it in. If you got an illegal gun, I think we should maybe try to push to have one of those and maybe get a few weapons off the street. We're not gonna get them all, but maybe a few. But I think these kids just need to start respecting each other, and
I think also we need to, and you're definitely right, but we also need to respect what our young people are, what they're saying.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a message being sent to us about public safety for our young people.
Yes.
There's a message being sent to us about unresolved conflict.
Yes.
We got to a place where our young people are shooting. They weren't always there.
Right.
You're right. I grew up in the same era where we fought it out. We lived to tell the story.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got to a place where our young people, the social norm change has to shift. And
absolutely.
it's shiftable.
Right.
It's shiftable to get young people to handling conflict in a different way. You're spot on when you talk about respect. Research tells us that the number one important thing to African American males is respect.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reason why they call
not a
each other
K.
man, and they talk about being respected, and he disrespected me, and they're willing to shoot over issues of respect. When you stop valuing young people and tuning in to and helping them and reminding them of their full potential, and many of them feel like that we just turned away and not looking at what's going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, and so I spent the last probably 3 months in high school talking to young people in some of these high schools where these shootings have occurred. And a lot of them feel like we're not listening.
Mm-hmm.
That we're not dealing with bullying. We're not dealing with conflict. They're going to school and trying to navigate stuff that a lot of times they don't have somebody they can trust to talk to about it. And they're handling it the way that they know how. And they're our babies.
Right.
And we have the ability to go talk to them and help them deal with adult situations.
Right.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, Miss Tammy. You're talking about the changes in the social norm and
yes, ma'am.
The unresolved conflict that goes from the breakdown of the families.
Right.
There you go.
A lot of them are just angry. I mean, the ones I talk, they're just angry. And they've been angry so long, they don't even really know why. It's just whatever it is, you're not going to disrespect me because blah, blah, blah. And they haven't done anything to be respected for yet. They just know that what you're not going to do. And, because my dad left me or my mom got on drugs and, everything that I treasured is gone. So I don't care about anything now.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's real unfortunate. And it's so, I was going to touch on what you were talking about with the gun control thing too. This terror listing that the shooter from Orlando was supposed to be on.
Yeah. Three times.
Yeah. What is that? I mean, that doesn't mean, and then even if you have mental illness, that should be like some automatic blocks right there.
I would say
he just walked straight in the store and bought
red
one.
flag.
Right.
We can't go buy, we can't go buy 10 pounds of Sudafed at the pharmacy. But if I'm classified schizophrenic, I can go buy an AR-15.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm a gun owner. I own multiple guns. So I'm not for just doing a blanket. Watch out now. I'm going for my CCW though.
I ain't talking about your Cleveland shirt no more.
I'm not going to shoot nobody. It's totally for protection. But I'm angry at this point. I've been sad. I've been depressed. I've been afraid. I've been in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
Do not mix with alcohol. It may cause drowsiness.
It may sound crazy. No, I may sound crazy. Hey girl, it's time to lay it down. Don't fight. Just add shrimp and wine. Don't catch the itis. About to make some noise, make a storm sound quiet. In my mind, we like features and nerve reunited. About to give you massages. Just way you like it. Make you moan and acknowledge this is the way you like it. Telling me, baby, doing it just the way I like it. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe and like it. I'm getting too excited, no telling the way it goes. Lady, you turning me on, just laying there with pretty toes. You got me spitting crazy flows while we listening to music. Digital. We got a 1-to-1 ratio, exchange of fellatio. I'm old school loving you, that's just the way it goes. Got a problem with that, call and talk to Bobby O. Everything was cool, you may be. So now I gotta get a lady's opinion. I'm calling K Street. Sometimes I ain't really feeling everything she say, but that's okay, cause I can reach out to Joy Renee. So now it's tit for tat, play for play. Now I ain't got shit to say. Here you come with L. Dre. He's always the most calm fella, sensible and fair-minded. L. Dre, bring love together. You gotta be willing and able to be mature and presentable at the grown folks' table. Call if you wanna talk more. 614-781-0754.
Hello. Testing. Streets, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Oh, I hear you.
Say something.
Something? Nope, I don't hear something. What gotta do to Howard? Really.
Yo, what's up? This is Jay. What you doing?
I was just thinking about you.
Yeah, I was thinking about you too. I just got one question to ask you.
What's that?
What do you have on right now?
T-shirt and my panties on. T-shirt and my panties on. T-shirt and my panties on. T-shirt and my panties, got my T-shirt and my panties on.
Picture this, I'm in my bed, body's hot, soaking wet, thinking of the things I like to do. I'm open wide when it comes to freaking you. Imagine me, what else can be between my legs? You're tasting me.
Radio. It's the grown folks table. We is live. Oh, this is not good. But y'all know what time it is. Definitely put the kids to bed because we about to do it the grown folks about to wait.
But even though you're a lady, you know what time it's on. Tell them.
What? Tell them what?
What about the outfits and all that? You tell them
Oh,
what type
I'm
of
not
outfit.
gonna tell them.
Ladies, you heard Dina Howard.
You heard L. Dre.
You know what time it is?
T-shirt and panties on.
Not the big T-shirt, the small one. Show them Vickies. Take 1 of ours. We don't mind. That's what time it is. Welcome to the Grown Folks Table, where we gonna give you a little bit of grown folks topic, grown folks conversation, and a lot of grown folks music.
Yes.
Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Please call in 614-781-0754. Again, the number is 614-781-0754. The best way to do it is check us out. We're streaming live right now. Go to YouTube.com/WTMHradio.com. Check us out right now. See all our beautiful stages. We got guests here tonight. So
Yes, we do.
me and K Streets won't act like me and her got some sense.
Nope, not happening.
So, how everybody doing? First of all, introduce the guests. We got singer, songwriter, Mr. Roy. How you doing, sir?
Mr. Roy.
Ray.
Oh,
Ray Woods.
God. He said we wasn't gonna act up.
No,
already.
Let me know.
Already.
I'm gonna tell you why that happened. Mr. Ray.
Already.
I'm gonna tell you why that happened. So, soon as I knew we got a guest, I could go straight to YouTube. And it's crazy. It's just Roy Woods.
Yeah.
Roy Woods.
Yeah.
So it really
It
wasn't.
happens all the time.
The mistake was on my research. So don't think like, oh, it's not he called me the wrong name. It was just me looking you up, and for some reason on YouTube, it just got. I think they got that one the song, but it's Roy Woods, right? So I apologize.
You good, man. You good. It's all right.
But thank you for joining us today, man.
Absolutely. I appreciate y'all having me in.
And we have the beautiful Claire. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing? Yeah. All right. You know.
Why the only person? Yo, what I'm not gonna have all night is the only person coming from Clear Street.
Hey,
Hold on,
everybody.
sis.
What? Why I gotta be
I
quiet?
just want to do a mic check, make sure the levels are going. So shut up.
First of all,
I thought we was gonna be able to do a whole couple of hours. It's not about us; it's about our guests.
it happened so fast.
It happened so fast.
Okay, can I go? Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Oh, so I'm going.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
You did.
Check.
Yeah.
For some reason,
For some reason, they can just hear K Street.
Only the headphones. That's no. It only means the only headphones.
Back to our guest.
The headphones, yeah.
Emma.
Yeah,
First of all, thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Claire's here. Thank you for coming in. For everybody that always knows, we got guests. Some of the guests are coming from Ohio Media School. Everybody knows that's where me and K Streets work. Anybody interested in media, whether it's TV, radio, please go to 5330 East Main Street. Get your dream started. Claire is one of the interns. She's gonna be rocking with us. I can say that, right? You're gonna be rocking with us for a while, right?
Yes, I am.
All right. So, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming. Before we get to our guests, I just want to ask you, what was one of the reasons why you went to the school and why you wanted to take this on as one of your dreams?
Well, people always said I had like a crazy personality, that I was a VH1 type of chick. I was one of the people that's always needed to be, by the camera, and I didn't really think about doing that. I was just like, I don't want to be seen. Don't look at me, but then I just started my gift of gab, my personality kind of got me where I needed to be, open doors for me. And I just decided that, if I'm going to talk about it, I might as well make some money off of it. Might as well inspire a couple people along the way. Mm-hmm. Might as well use my gift of gab personality, my traits, and try to, reel people in for some good stuff. So.
I like how you put that. That's that New York word, that gift of gab right there. That gift of gab. So we gonna wait, sir, because we gonna wait, Mr. Ray. Yeah. Ray Woods is here, but we ain't gonna get too in. We don't give it all. Remember, I told you to save a little bit. So ladies, gonna get ready. Get ready. Yo, when the singers come in, I know on the other end, like they about to drop. I know they about to drop. Ray, you know what our goal is tonight?
What's the goal?
Either you gonna make somebody propose, or somebody getting pregnant tonight, period.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Period.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I want to text in the morning, either he proposed, she proposed, or I just took the test and I'm pregnant. Thank you, Ray.
Yeah, we're going to go with the pregnant.
You want to do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's go on and do that. So let's go on and play some music. When we come back, we're going to get to know Mr. Ray Woods, and we're going to do it. Somebody getting pregnant tonight, all right? This is the Booed Up remix. I had to play it with the Fabulous joint right there. Let's go on in right there. It's Grown Folks Table right here on WTMH Radio.com.
They get mad when you get your boo back. Word. See, I'm a hustler. Only boo I wanted was a Bugatti. But if you got one riding with you, better keep your boo shotted. Cause ain't nothing out here but clout chasers and cheap hills. And they all got a dream, they out chasing like Meek Mill. I tell them straight up, without chaser, I speak real. Looking for a come up, you are now facing a steep hill. Yeah. I'm running cannon out this bitch. If they keep it 100, I'm 100 grand out this bitch. Hey, you can't deny it, boo. The vibe is undeniable. It's on some love and basketball. Omar and Sanaa with boo. You in denial, boo. That nigga still denying you. You thought he was reliable. That nigga just a liar, boo. I love when boo say, go and get that douce. I wake up in the morning, breath smell like poo say. I need that warm water. That jacuzzi, not that pool party Biggie threw in Juicy. Way too many niggas splashing in that. See, that ain't even my style. What type of fashion is that? Cause yo, you fall in love, couple boo-boos is cool, but I'll be damned if you got me looking boo-boo the fool. I got
feelings, shit. So deep in the feelings. Noticing you really like me. You control my anxiety. Feeling like I'm touching the ceiling. When I'm with you, I can't breathe. Boy, you do something to me. Ooh, no, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Yeah. Ooh, no, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. This is my heart go right, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, boot up, and my heart go right, boot up, dee-dee-da-do. It just won't stop, it go right, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, boot up, and my heart go right, boot up, Dee-dee-da-do, it just won't stop, it goes. How many ways can I say that I need you, baby? It's true. I think I might die without you. Feeling all over my body. You know how I like it. Ain't gotta tell you what to do. Yeah. Ooh, no, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Yeah. Ooh, no, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Listen to my heart go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, boot up, and my heart go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, it just won't stop, it go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, boot up, and my heart go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, it just won't stop, it go. Head over heels in love, right in front of you, I ain't gotta look no more, baby. I wanna build this love, and everything you own, you ain't gotta ask for. You got me boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. So you're from the jump, I don't wanna choose you. Got me boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. Grab me by the waist, baby, pull me closer. Ooh, no, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, you know I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Listen to my heart go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, boot up, and my heart go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, it just won't stop, it go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, boot up, and my heart go bada, boot up, dee-dee-da-do, it just won't stop, it go.
All right, welcome back, y'all.
Okay,
thanks
for the warning. Okay.
Right,
there we go.
Yeah, she ready. All right, well, welcome back to Grown Folks Table right here on WTMHradio.com. Call in, conversation, the topic, and everything is going to be crazy tonight. Please call in. The number is 614-781-0754. K-Street, you do say it better than me, so I want you to go and let them know.
614-781-0754.
That was smooth. One more time, just
614-781-0754.
All right. Show is streaming right now, streaming live. So please check us out. K Streets, Claire is in here. We got Ray Woods in here, and we got a goal tonight. Somebody's getting pregnant.
Somebody.
Or somebody's getting married. Period. We already said it, and that's what it is.
It's gonna happen.
So thank you, Mr. Ray, for coming in, man.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it, man. So, just before we get started, just tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Oh man. So try to keep this short and sweet. So I started doing music in 2008. I've been singing all my life. From Columbus, Ohio, grew up on the South Side. And I started doing music as far as like writing and recording in 2008. I had a back injury. Was supposed to play ball in college and couldn't play ball no more. The doctors was like, you're done. So I met my big homie on the South Side that was like, yo, we should start doing some music. And since then, man, it's been a very interesting journey. So I just want to create music that's honest, that's pure, that makes you feel good. Like that music back in the 90s, as soon as you turned it on, you heard it. It just instantly took over you. So that's what I do it for. I do it for the people. I don't get anything out of it other than seeing everybody satisfied, enjoying the vibes that I create. So,
I'm so glad that you said music from the 90s, because as soon as I started playing your music, that's exactly where it took me back to. Yeah. That's exactly where it took. And I was like, yes, he's got to come, because anybody grew up, 80s babies. Our era was the 90s, and just the music that we had, it brought back happy times.
Oh yeah.
So not only did it have the love in it, but it just made you feel happy. You know what I'm saying? Made you want to be in love and stuff like that. And so I'm honored that you're on the show, by the way, and Columbus bound. So first of all, I don't never say nothing on me. So
I appreciate y'all having me. That's what it's about.
But yes.
Do you know, like, where do you think R&B changed that though, Ray? When did it change to, Marvin Gaye or the 90s, where it seemed like it was a little bit of courtship involved, to now it's just, serve me the wet panties and I'll get you to the crib. When did the R&B vibe turn to that?
I think, and there's no disrespect to the genre, right? I think it's when pop started getting involved.
What do you mean?
Pop, the genre of pop.
Okay.
When that started getting involved with R&B, and we started to, we didn't, but society started to appropriate pop music being classified as R&B.
Okay.
So when that happened, it just, and then there's a transition with the music as well already. The styles are changing. Everything is about the beat. It's not about the content anymore. So everybody's attention spans are shattered because of technology, because of cell phones, because of everything that distracts you. So, I mean, you look at today, like, people are releasing 7-track albums. And from an artist perspective, it's genius. Why? Because people can't comprehend and, like, sit down and listen to a 16-track album anymore.
So you saying that may never be no more? We never may get the 14, 16 joints no more. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not going to say that, but what you are going to start seeing now is a collective of projects being more of a series feel. Like my man's Eric Roberson. He's a huge neo-soul R&B artist. He dropped a trilogy. He did 3 albums, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like, you're going to start seeing things like that, because for me, it's always been about quality, not quantity, and so a lot of problems that you see now is that artists put these 16, 17 track albums out and only 8 songs is what stand out.
Exactly.
So it's like, why waste your money on production and things like that, especially when it's not hurting the people. Now, people that really love music, they're affected by it.
Because I was about to say, man, you got the full respect to me when I listened to albums when I didn't have to fast forward. So it wasn't the 8, it was the full 12 that you kept hitting me with bangers with 12. So that was a full album to me. That's what we call classics back in the day.
Exactly.
I mean, some people, you know what I like about classics? Like, I'm a real huge R. Kelly fan. I mean, R. Kelly, I'm getting pregnant. I'm proposing. I love R. Kelly. R. Kelly.
They got serious.
I mean, his TP2, his Born in the 90s. Some of them are, you ain't got to skip over none of them songs. Right. All of them are classics. And I think Music Soul Child, I was listening to the music last night, and I was listening to Music Soul Child, Life Jennings. A lot of people are so underrated. And I thought that Life Jennings was very underrated. I thought, like, Fantasia, she got that voice that just capture you, like that Toni Braxton, like that Anita Baker, that old school feel. And I think that we need to bring that back. I need a message, a message.
So Ray,
Anita Baker said that at the BET Awards too.
Did she? Because I didn't even watch it. I swear I didn't watch it. I swear.
Now, Ray, when you putting together your projects, now are you out to give them 7 or is it just a feel thing?
It's a feel.
Okay.
I always don't, I don't ever, like I said, it's about the people.
Okay.
So I don't ever want the people to feel like I'm cheating them out of anything, especially when it comes to music, because music is different for me. It's very, very, people that know me know what I've been through. I mean, I have no issues with talking about it. Like, music is what kept me alive, literally. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That was my saving grace. So when it comes to music, it's all vibes with me. And the content that I create is all from my experiences, like things that I've gone through. My music is personal. I mean, that's why it's taking so long for me to put new music out, because the last project that I did, like, I was drained emotionally because I was singing about my grandmother. I wrote a song about the first girl that broke my heart. Like, I mean, I gave people something that they can relate to, but also pieces of me. And so when I create projects, I don't have like my benchmark is 10.
Okay.
You know, give them 10.
Okay.
Like, even if that includes an intro, interlude, a total of 12, like, give them 10 songs. Like, if they're going to pay for it, they're going to invest in you. Give them something to invest in is what I'm saying. So I don't have like an imaginary number outside of that 10 benchmark. That I just want to create that vibe and make sure that every song is going to be something that will stick. Like, I just don't want to put a song out just because, like, I'm not trying to be trendy. I'm not trying to keep up with what everybody's talking about. And I think I used to have an issue with embracing it, especially when I was younger, because, like, when I sing, people think I was 18 singing and people was like, oh, you're like 25, 26. I'm like, nah, I'm 18. So they're like, dang. So, like, I used to get irritated when I wasn't compared to the kind of like the Chris Browns and Trey Songz like that, because it was like, that's what was in demand. So I kind of felt like, well, what am I doing it for? But then I moved into a lane working with live bands that just,
and I'm so glad you said that about live bands, because everything's so digitalized, but real music, and we talked about this on a previous show, but real music just isn't just the writing the lyrics, it's everything that you put into the song, from the beat, from the drums, from the instrumental, everything. And so when you say that, it just makes you appreciative more, because I understand you know what it's like to be a person who's passionate about music.
Well, like you were saying, like, and to be in this business, you got to be able to wake up and just like be ready, and you can't have any like, and it's natural, it's the human element, like, for you to go through a phase where it's just like you just got to take a step back. It's kind of like being a songwriter. We have it, it's called writer's block. Sometimes you got to put that pen down and walk away. And it's like the same thing with music. Like, sometimes you have moments where you just got to go to your back cave and, like, you just got to create, or you need a creative break. Like, a lot of people don't understand that. And then it's just, I try not to internalize it too much, but being an artist, especially like in the public, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be out in public and people like, oh yeah, you know, you was at Summer 614, you was at the Riverfest 614, I seen you at Copious, you know what I mean? And it's like, you always gotta be on alert, you always gotta be ready. But the one thing I appreciate about coming across people is that they understand I'm human. So, like, they don't have this expectation that, like, I don't have feelings, I don't have bad days, you know, I don't have rough moments. So, like, I just, man, like I said, it's all about creating that vibe. It's all about creating that moment. You want people. How
excited is it to have that outlet, though? Because some people, they have to hold that. You know, you have that outlet to be like, you know what, I feel this. I can probably write this out. Maybe I can even help somebody by writing this out. How do you feel about having that platform to be able to do that?
It's amazing. And it almost, and I know we've commercialized the word humble, but it definitely humbles you. Like, because I had a good friend of mine who was talking to me. I've been dealing with some craziness, you know what I'm saying, in my personal life. And it was almost rolling over into my music. And it was just like, she had to tell me, she pretty much had to check me. Like, she gave me a reality check. And the conversation that we had was amazing, because it made me think about when I'm doing these shows and I'm on the stage. Like, I don't know how many times people have come up to me like, yo, I was having the worst day ever. And like, you just brought my weekend in the right way. Like, yo, you dope. Like, what you drinking? Like, right. It's those interactions that, like, man, I love it. I love being able to use my platform and sing about things that people not singing about no more. Nobody's talking about romance. Nobody's talking about relationships. Nobody's talking about heartbreak. everything is about sex, drinks,
Yes, exactly.
and, you know, menage a trois. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a place for that in music, but it's not for me.
Mm.
So it's always amazing when I'm able to connect with people and they just kind of like, yo, like what you just sung, like I felt that. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're gonna get into. Can we introduce one of his songs now?
All right. Okay.
I want to do one song. I want to do one
all right.
because the ladies are asking me. Like
which one
the ladies are asking me.
Which one? All right, so it's time to set it off. Somebody off this first song. It's time to get it started. Either proposal or pregnant. Which one we gonna set it off? Matter of fact, Ray, you tell us which one you think.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If you want to set it off in that mood, you either gonna want to go with So Good or Real Romance.
Okay, we got Real Romance right here. We about to play Real Romance. It's time to get pregnant, ladies.
Hold on, did you play it already?
No, I'm not.
I want him to explain the song a little bit.
go
So
ahead.
tell us about what this song means.
Oh, Real Romance. So I was on my D'Angelo field with this song. I got the production. My guy sent it in the email, and I had a little Mary Jane. I had a couple shots of Hennessy. Yeah.
Is that usually how you get in your flow?
Not with liquor, but weed. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like I wrote my whole last album high.
Okay.
Hell, like, and it was like it's just like I guess what did it for me was like I watched, like, I'm a huge D'Angelo fan.
Okay.
And I kind of watched like a little documentary on D'Angelo on how he wrote Brown Sugar. And like if you know anybody's listening, just like go to YouTube and search Brown Sugar, D'Angelo documentary, like anything in those lines, and they're going to show you how he wrote that and what he did to get in those elements, because that album is timeless. So that's what I wanted to do with this record. I wanted to make something that was just, it was something that could literally create the mood. And funny thing is that this song actually did create a couple babies.
That's what we up here for.
So let's get into
it. All right.
So we got to introduce it again.
All right. So yeah, go ahead. You can do it. This is all you, Ray.
And introduce it like it's your shit now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is absolutely. So this is my song that I wrote. It was produced by Kay Llanos in Florida. Shout out to you, my mans. This is called Real Romance. Ladies, go ahead and get yourself ready.
Oh, snap.
What's up, baby? Hey, baby. Listen, tonight,
Yes.
I want to do a little something different. Get you out your comfort zone. You know?
Yes.
Heard about the week you've been through. Was wondering if I can swing through. Cause I wanna do some things to your body, babe. Tonight is gonna be special. Wanna take you to another level. So let me know. Cause I wanna satisfy your every need. I can love your body anyway. Baby, all you have to do is open up and say. So won't you go and lay your body down on the floor. And let me show you what's in store for you. Cause I'ma love your body right. So clear your schedule for the rest of the night. Cause I've had the urge to hold you and squeeze you and make love to you. Ooh, baby. And there's no pressure. Lay back, let loose, enjoy your pleasure, baby. Cause I'm gonna wrap your body till you can't move no more, baby. I love your body anyway. Baby, all you have to do is open up and say. So Won't you go and lay your body down on the floor and let me show you what's in store for you. Relax your mind. Relax your mind. Don't overthink what's about to happen to you. All we have is time. Unplug your plugs, turn off your phone, cause tonight we gonna get it on, baby. Anyway, off your body, baby. Just open up and tell me, body down on the floor, baby. And let me gonna do it slowly, slowly, slowly. I can show you body romance. I can do the things like no other, man can do right now, baby. On the floor. Oh, let me show you.
Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop.
Start right there.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
That's a good start right there.
Absolutely.
I saw in my head, I already saw about 15 panties dropping already in my head, man. Good looking, man. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Mr. Ray Woods is in the building.
Yes.
Real romance right there. Real romance. I like that, man. Please, everybody, the show is streaming live right now. Please go to YouTube, /WTMHradio.com. Call in. The number is
614-781-0754.
And we have Miss Claire in the building. Are you enjoying yourself, man? I see you over there taking flicks and all.
Yes, I have to be live on my Instagram. I'm definitely enjoying myself.
Instagrammers.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there later. That's pretty much what we're talking about. The power of the statuses on social media today. How we could, sometimes it make things look good, and sometimes it make things look bad. So we're gonna get into that. But we want to learn a little bit more about Mr. Ray Woods, man. So.
Yes.
How you say you met him now?
Okay, so the first time I saw you was at the Summer 614 that just recently passed, and I heard him. I was in the back trying to cool off because I was so hot, and then I heard this voice, and I'm like, "Who is out there singing?" So I came out, and he was on stage singing, and I'm like, looking like, "Who is this guy?" Like, I'm not gonna lie, never heard of you, and then I was like, this is who we need on the show because I've been looking for talented, like everybody think they can sing. Come on now.
Yeah.
Okay, Columbus, but y'all know, like I'm a person who loves music. So if I feel like you ain't popping, I'm going. Absolutely not. But and then I will extend the offer if I think you're popping, and I think you are popping. Like. So my homegirl said you sound like Jaheim.
Always get that.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. I was going with Dave Hollister.
Yes. Thank you. I love Dave
I love that. Exactly. So I was like, I hope he understands where I'm coming from when I say this. As soon as I started playing his music, I was like, oh my,
Yeah.
So in Dave Hollister realm, speaking of artists and stuff like that, who do you look up to in the industry?
I have a very, very good relationship with Dave Hollister.
Do you?
Yes. So basically what happened was a couple years back, I would make cover videos on my Instagram, and I took the video and I tagged Dave Hollister. And the next thing I know, he DM'd me. Like, yo, you can't be singing my songs like that, man. So ever since then, we just stayed connected through social media. Like, we always talk. I mean, we've actually had an opportunity to talk on the phone because I was able to meet his road manager.
Okay.
And it was just I was starstruck because Dave Hollister, Fred Hammond, those singers are the reason why I do this. Because when I heard Dave Hollister, the first song I heard by him was Blackstreet. Before I let you go, when I heard that, I was just like, I'm doing something right. Yeah. So Dave Hollister's one. I also have a cordial relationship with Tank. He's somebody that I've always studied musically, just his sound, and he produces. He's a songwriter as well. So I've always like damn near idolized him. But when it comes to other vocalists, like it's definitely that old school. You know what I mean? Like I grew up. Luther Vandross, Teddy Pendergrass.
You hear him, Ma? You hear him, Ma? So they ain't all crazy, man. That's some of my people right there.
Yeah,
just clean up the house to that.
So definitely old school music. I mean, my favorite band of all time is Mint Condition.
Dang, all right, now, okay.
And Tony. Now listen, let me say something. If Mint Condition come to Columbus, I'm going to his concert. I love Mint Condition. I love Gerald Levert. I think he got a real silky. He got a real him and Eddie Levert. They really got nice voices. And they was,
so how do you think? Listen, like saying old school music like that, how shapes you into being the man that you are? Like, how did the music play a role in your life?
It really was because music was what I watched as far as like with my parents, like my mom and my stepfather. You know what I'm saying? And like I just remember it just creates like so many memories. You know what I'm saying? Like hearing my mom and my dad sing Heat Wave. You know what I'm saying? Like on the way home from somewhere, they always used to sing duets like in the house. Saturday mornings, my dad had a bunch of vinyls and he was a huge funk fan. So Saturday mornings, you heard them vinyls playing. You knew we was about to clean the house.
Absolutely.
So it was like, you know, and my dad was militant, so he would yell out corner to corner. We like, damn, can't go outside today. Like we're gonna be cleaning. And so it was just really also music, back like the old school music. It gave me the assurance that this thing, like this thing where men can't show emotions, like. Old school music is what completely wiped that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That mind state, like that mindset for me out because, I mean, you heard Lenny Williams. This man cried over a woman, telling her that he loved. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that mood and that music. It helped shape me into the man that I am. Like it also showed me how to be a gentleman.
Absolutely.
Like that courtship is not. It's not popping anymore.
Absolutely. We talk about this all the time, but go ahead.
Do it. Are you afraid a little bit that these little dudes running around today and don't know what courtship is, won't catch up and won't understand your music? Do that scare you sometimes? And sometimes you gotta maybe dummy something down.
Yeah, you know what? I've had internal battles about that.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like you have to evolve without losing yourself.
Okay, how you straddle that?
For me, it's just really, number one, I surround myself with honest people when it comes to music. Because like you said with Columbus, the one thing I hate, and like I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but the one thing I absolutely hate is when I wake up in the morning or like throughout the day, I check my phone and I go on Facebook and it's a post that says, who's the best singer in Columbus? Who's the best artist in Columbus? Who's the hottest singers in Columbus? It's all biased. It's all biased. Like you're not going to say somebody outside of your homie, you know what I mean? And it's just like, there's no honesty in that. Like, you know what I mean? Because like you said, there's people that's out here doing music and it's like, you can't tell them like, yo, like you might want to re-record that or that wasn't the best quality. Like, you know, that was.
I always thought that was a true friend, though. The true friend was, you know, I remember when we was going out when we was young, your true friend would tell you, nah, you about to change that shit.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
That's not criticism.
It's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. Like, it's like almost to a point where, like, I've watched people just literally, like, walk into a dumpster fire because it's like, you're not ready. You know what I'm saying? You're not ready. And that's the one thing I appreciate is that, like, the people that I'm involved with musically, like, they don't allow me to do that. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to creating music that people can, you know what I'm saying, like, that I know kids can vibe to, like, it's one of them situations where I have to understand that there are ways around it. You just got to, it's all about getting a person's attention.
I gotta, well, me and K Streets got a dude sent us a song 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And this is with R&B, what people think R&B is today.
Yeah.
In his song and in singing R&B, the dude must have said bitch about 30 times. And I just thought, like, what female do you think is going to actually like this, and is this where this is going?
Yeah, it's definitely trying to go that direction. Like I said, we've allowed everything to be appropriated. Like, look at what we watch on TV. Look what's seen on TV. Like the phrase "that's my bitch," like that became a situation where it was some type of title of.
But she helped that though.
No, I'm not putting it. I'm not putting it all.
When she
on the
walked
man.
out the house and said, "I want to let everybody know," and that's the amazing part, that she took the title, whoever she may be, because all you ladies know what I'm talking about, and made it seem like you said, like a trophy.
Yeah, so it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Like, and it's funny because like 2 years ago, I worked at Pick Central High School. Shout out to my Tigers out there.
I think we did a couple of games up there. Big shout out to Pick Central.
Absolutely. So, and at first when I went in there, like nobody knew I was a singer. Only a couple of people, like my niece, she went to the school. My little cousin went to the school. But all of a sudden, I came into school one day and it was like, yo, you're trending on Twitter right now. No, I'm not. So she types my name in, and I was the #2 trending in Columbus. Kids found out I was a singer. And there was a song that stuck out to them from my album that I didn't think, like, it was the second song on my album, Testify. Like, yo, Mr. Woods, that song go hard. Like, I'm just like, yo, this is something completely out of your, like, element. Like, y'all don't know nothing about this music. That's how I was looking at it. But then I began to appreciate it because, like, I think vibe R&B, that's what they call it nowadays, with the Herd, Daniel Caesar, Miguel's. Like, that's coming at a full force. Like, you got like a lot of artists that's underground and that are starting to get that mainstream attention that has like some great catalogs. So I think it is trying to go in a direction that's not good, but I also believe that there are artists out there that's starting to get that attention they deserve, that is creating that honest R&B that's like, it's not about bitches, hoes.
We are men and we still got feelings.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But so you went to school here at Pick Central. How important is it? Because most of the time we get artists in here and they think the way to get right is they have to leave. How important is it to you to put the city on, that Columbus on? True artists.
That's the reason why I haven't
great
left.
artists are here.
That's the reason why I haven't left yet. I mean, I had the opportunity to move to Cali.
Okay.
I had the opportunity to move to Atlanta. And my last destination I had the opportunity to move to was the DMV area, like a few years back. And the #1 thing that I told, like, me and my crew, we talk about all the time, like my band, the Deal Breakers that I'm a part of, we talk about at the studio all the time. Like, I refuse to leave and allow somebody else to start something that we've been doing for a while now. Like, I've only been doing music for 10 years. I'm 28 years old. The people that I'm working with, they've been doing music before I was born. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that I'm doing music with, like, they was picking up trumpets at 4 years old. Like, so we all have that common ground where it's like, nah, like, Columbus is like being too good to me for me to like just run and leave. Like, now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with elevating yourself, but I do believe that in order to get to that next level, you got to have your home base with you. If your home crowd ain't with you, like, somebody could call your home state, be like, they can call Power 107, they can call here. Like, yo, you heard of Ray Woods?
We got too many artists that came in here. They all feel like they got to leave. And I'd be like, why would you leave, go somewhere else where they got 100 verses? When you can be here and be the first.
Absolutely.
That always frustrated me. And you asked me where I'm from. I'm not even from here. But I'd be damned if I don't appreciate what Columbus has done for me. And
and that's understandable too, what you're saying. But and a lot of people feel in Columbus, me being Columbus bound and born, that here in Columbus is just we don't support one another enough.
We don't.
Yeah, I think that's something like supporting Black businesses. I'm all about supporting Black businesses from the top of my head to the soles of my feet. But I mean, I feel like sometimes people will pay a stranger and then they'll want it free from you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, exactly if you went to school for it, you have credentials for it, you got to respect it. It's like, and then if you have friends, like we said, like the constructive criticism thing, I think people will want you to do good, but maybe not better than them. So it's always a competitive. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, but since I've been here, it's a real competitive spirit about other people.
But what people don't know is how the LAs got to be the LAs, how the New Yorks got to be the New Yorks, the Atlantas the way they got to be the Atlantas. Somebody put 10 toes down, like Ray said, and said, "I'm not leaving. What I am is this city." And the world's gonna have to accept that. And while they're accepting that, they about to accept my city. So I love the way Ray said, "No, either it's gonna be me giving you what Columbus is, or I probably, the other route. It is no other option."
I'm gonna tell you what. The best analogy that I have for this subject is, because you're correct, there is a competitive spirit. I'm competitive.
Supposed to be.
I'm a basketball player.
Of entertainment, it's supposed to be a little bit competitive, right?
I want to make sure that whoever, and honestly, I've dealt with a lot of people. I don't like opening shows. What? I love opening shows.
What I don't like is no shows.
Because I love opening shows because I'm setting the standard. You got to either match or exceed what I'm doing. But the problem with Columbus is that we don't know how to be competitive without tearing each other down.
Exactly.
And I could tell you right now in the live music scene, you have a little bit of that going on, where it's room for everybody in Columbus to eat.
There's so much talent out here, so much money out here.
And the best analogy that I have is it's a video I seen of a military drill, and there was a wall, and you had about nine soldiers. And what they did was they created a pyramid, and they were pulling each other over the wall.
Okay.
Nobody left.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody left until that last person got over the wall. So all they did was pretty much just build this wall, climb over, and have somebody standing at the top pulling them up. I get goosebumps talking about this because this is what Columbus could be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, the problem is nobody knows how to wait.
Mm-hmm.
As far as they don't know how to appreciate the person that got through that door before them.
Mad that they the last one that's going to get over the wall. Not realizing as long as we get over the wall is most important.
There's a reason why you got to wait to get through that door. Sometimes you can say, well, why they got that blessing or why they got this. Sometimes you got to wait your turn.
Atlanta knew. Outkast is going to do it for us.
Right.
We'll all do it. And then we will all get over the wall. Yeah. And then New York's had the whatever. Yeah. And then we all would get over the wall. Yeah. I like that analogy. I'm taking it tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, man,
I'm
listen.
an instructor. I'm taking that tomorrow.
It's not mine. It's not mine.
But I love the way you put it, because the point is we all get over the wall. And you said Columbus they just can't get that point.
I mean, not necessarily. There is there's cliques. There's certain people that don't want to work with this certain group. There's certain groups they can't coexist with one another, and a lot of it is because for me, I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying, I got caught up in the grand scheme of clout. Mm-hmm. When I dropped my project 2 years ago, I was smelling myself because of the fact is that I had everywhere I went. Oh, there's Ray Woods, yo, Big Ray, but I went through a humbling experience that made me realize that don't let this music stuff get you out of your element.
What was that humbling experience? It was hold up.
Basically, I lost people in my life. Okay. People walked out of my life because they didn't like who I was. I was becoming Ray Woods, and I wasn't Big Ray, I wasn't Raymond. You know what I'm saying? I got caught up in my artistry so much that I allowed it to I didn't know how to turn it off. So it's kind of I had to go through that experience where I've lost people that I cared about dearly because they was this ain't you. You know what I'm saying? So it's I tell people all the time, man, it's always about elevating, but you don't have to tear each other down. And I'm that person that I always talk about peace. I always talk about love. I always talk about supporting one another, because literally, like you said, I mean, we both from Columbus. that's the number one thing. They used to play local music on the radio.
Yeah.
They don't play it no more. Like, somebody messed it up for everybody, and not like, you know, they try to have little moments. We're gonna do it.
You're gonna get it back.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. I mean, and it's just like going back to the whole leaving and stuff like that. Like, people wouldn't believe me. I got facts to back it up. I got charts. I got data. My music is going way better in London right now. My music is going crazy in London. Like, crazy. Like, I got a chart that shows me like my streams and my purchases. Like, I get emails all the time. Like, yo, you just got a download from so-and-so in Germany. Like, in Europe, my music is going crazy.
How that make you feel? That
man,
we joking about you.
I felt like 10 grand,
somebody is getting mad, but it's really people are getting emotions and really do your music. What that do to you?
Man, look, it like I wrote 4 songs in one day when I got that email. I was so inspired, especially because I was at a point where it was just like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing it for? Am I wasting my time? And the one thing that happened this past year was the Summer 614 show. Like, I've been performing in Columbus since 2011. Like, that's 7 years. And people in my city still don't know who Ray Woods is. That's why I'm not leaving. I went on Summer 614 stage, and like, it was a great challenge because the people that was before me like put the crowd to sleep. So then you had to think about the elements. For some reason, it was hot and muggy when I got on stage. Like, I had 2 shirts at the show because like my shirt was drenched when I got on stage. So I can only tell how people were sitting in the crowd, and I'm watching them fan themselves. Like, I even told them, like, man, I know it's hot, so I'm gonna shut up and we just gonna keep rocking. But being able to get on a platform in your own city and people find out like, yo, we got somebody in Columbus like that's killing. Like, people wanted me to go back up when we were done.
Absolutely.
Like, they was like, yo, can y'all do another set? I'm like, well, the band already left, and like, we only got paid for 1 set, so sorry. But it created a dialogue. It created a connection. I was getting friend requests on Facebook like crazy. I was making sure it wasn't spam, but it opened up an opportunity for me to meet new people and connect with new people. That's
how important is, speaking of Facebook, how important is social media in the artistry world?
It's huge. It's huge because society is a microwave society now. Everything is quick. Everything is easy access. And like, the number one thing I think about is what Denzel Washington said. Like, that's one. I wish that man was my uncle. Because like, I just want to just sit and talk to that dude, man, because he just dropped so many jewels. But he was saying that at this point in time, because of technology, it's all about putting out something first. It don't even have to be true. It don't even have to be real. It don't even have to be good. If you put it out first, that's what's more important. So with social media, it's huge. It can help you. It can hurt you. And that's why, like, being an artist, I have to focus on my brand. Like, I can't just go on Facebook and just talk about whatever I want. I could still be myself, but you got to have a sense of, you got to learn how to censor yourself sometimes. Because that person, like, it could be lifestyle, you know, talk. It could be lifestyle debate. It could be about your point of view about the LB, you know, like that community, the homeless, you know, the LGBT community.
Don't miss no letters.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. Listen.
Don't miss no letters.
Listen, I don't want to.
Get me in trouble.
Yeah, right. And that's how I be feeling. Like, you gotta be careful about that, because it's like, man, like, I don't have issues with anybody that's gay. Do not. I have gay family members, like, and they're hilarious. I love them. Like, they're probably some of the realest ones. If you want to be honest, they have no filter. I don't have any issue with them, even though that there's certain things that I don't necessarily understand or agree with. I love them because they're human. So, like, that experience, like, a couple years ago, I didn't know I was going to perform at a gay club. And I'm
Your
just
manager
like,
told you that.
like we got to the gig, and he like, oh yeah, I didn't tell you, like it's a club downtown, Club Axis.
Blue Oyster. What was the name of it?
Club Axis.
Y'all don't remember the Blue Oyster?
Like,
and Captain back in the day. Y'all remember that?
Nah,
y'all remember that scene?
No,
I'm so old.
We pulled up,
so old,
like,
but it's okay.
But we pulled up, and I seen like people walking in, and I'm just like, yo, that man got trousers on right now. Like,
Ray, how you get focused to do something like that and be like, yo?
I'm gonna tell you what. When I left that night, I went in there with 75 CDs. I didn't leave with any CDs.
Oh wow, that's good.
Now I want to ask you, what did you know about that? None of that stuff mattered. Love is just love.
Exactly. Like it was that night. I got in my car and I cried, man.
Wow.
Because like for me, I was so caught up in who they were. And the fact that I was performing in the gay club for the first time, I didn't know who they were. Like, I went in there with 75 EPs. And them cats was like, yo, I need one.
Trousers and all.
Trousers and all. Tassels on their nipples, everything.
Oh,
like,
I cannot take you seriously.
I'm saying, like, I was like,
but none of it matters. All they know is Ray Woods hit my heart, and I need that.
And that's what it was, and that's what it's about. And that's the beautiful thing about music is that, like, it knocks down all barriers.
It doesn't have no judgment zone.
No judgment zone.
And this is the thing that kills me about people. Are just, you know, they're so quick to hear the rah-rah and stuff like that. But, you know, sometimes you need that music that can take you back and just make you really self-reflect a little bit. You know what I mean? And I swear, I feel like you're that guy. Listening to your music, I was like, man, I really feel like lighting the candles, cleaning my house right now, and just like fall back in love with just being happy with me. You know what I'm saying? But also knowing that love still exists no matter what people go through or anything. You know what I mean?
Let me name the song. Let me name the song real quick.
Okay.
And I just want you to just tell me how you feel when you hear it.
Okay.
Mary J. Blige, You're My Everything.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Like
But you see the face already.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the face before you didn't even gotta say it.
Exactly.
Because you can't tell us. Only me and Ray can tell us. When you was talking to him, your face is just different. Soon as he said that, something happened to you.
Yeah.
Because that whole album was just crazy.
But I'm just saying,
that song,
exactly.
It was everything all in me. You know what I'm saying? But not only that, it was the words. It was like the sound. It was when that song come on, everybody like in the car rocking. But like,
I got a little personal problem, man. J.
What?
Y'all seen her lately?
No,
she killing us, man.
What she
killing
doing?
The dudes. You know what happened in her marriage? She really not playing with the fellas.
Hey, man.
But Mary, she
that's not her fault, though. They always say you don't hurt a songwriter.
I understand, man.
Don't ever hurt a songwriter or an artist.
People don't give Mary enough credit. They keep thinking she's sad and she a man.
So we went to hold on. Me and the wife went to New Orleans and we went to see Mary J. Blige at a concert. It was so crazy how she went in on men. The dudes was in the bathroom like, yo, she ain't have to do us like that. She wasn't married to us. She ain't have to do us like that, man. Like she didn't realize, you don't know we got these tickets for you to come, like, you know, for us to love you. But she going in. The music ever gets so personal, like, yo, you don't know what I can do with these words. You ever got that tied up? Like, I'm about to give it a business through this.
I wrote a song on my last project about something stupid that I did. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was in a relationship in high school, 18. We knew each other since middle school. And I was playing basketball at Eastmoor. I was getting a little pub because our team was good that year. We was ranked in the state, everything. So I was getting a lot of attention from a lot of females. And so I met this young lady that, you know what I mean, like on the chart, you know, from the eye perspective, she was a winner.
True.
Yeah. She was a winner.
You already know what that means. I know what you mean, true.
Yeah. And so, man,
please, I hope she watching.
Yeah,
I hope she
I thought the grass was greener on the other side.
Okay.
I lied to my girl. Told her that we was at the club and I cheated on her. I ain't do none of that stuff. I was trying to give her a reason to break up with me.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Instead of just, but okay, I get it. I get it. You young,
stupid,
young,
immature. I was young. I was young as hell. So I get with this chick, man. Come to find out, long story boring, she was yeah. So
wow.
So basically, I tried to like profess my love back to like my ex, and when I broke up with her, at that moment, she knew like she was going to Chicago to go to art school. She had opportunity to go anywhere in the United States, and she was going to go to Columbus Arts Design Academy to stay with me, to be with me. And when we broke up, she was like, I knew at that moment I couldn't be in the same city with you. I had to go to Chicago. Like, you heard me, blah, blah, blah. So I seen her. She came back in town for her holidays. Seen her at the mall. And I wish I had sent the song, but it's called Hands of Time. And it's available on all digital media outlets.
I'm about to go find this song.
It's called Hands of Time. And so basically what happened
was our topic last. I wish I had it last week about somebody you might meet later on.
Yeah, and so
I hate you.
I seen her at Easton.
We almost did it. We almost went the whole 2 hours. Damn, messed up again. Maybe again next Tuesday.
Welcome to the Grown Folks Table.
Yeah, absolutely. But long story boring, like I seen her outside by herself. So I'm like, oh man, this is fate. This is destiny. It's my time to like go talk to her. And as soon as I'm crossing the street, her dude come out the store.
Oh wow.
And she's smiling the same way she smiled when she was with me. She was laughing like that, touring me. I wrote a whole song about it. It's called Hands of Time. Like, and I was dating this young lady, and when she heard the song, she was not
happy,
feeling it. She was like, "So you still in love with her?" I'm like, no. Like, I just had to get that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't still in love with it, but it was an experience that literally people hear that song and be like, "Yo, was that song for real? Was that about you, or would you just write that?" Like, nah, that's my life right there. You just heard. So
now, did you ever tell her you lied about the whole thing?
Did I tell her?
Yeah, and did she believe?
She did believe, because I wasn't that kind of dude. Like, I didn't get into that womanizer stage in my life until like after we broke up. But I was like, I'm a mama's boy. You know what I mean? What happened was I got hurt. Shit, you know what I'm saying? After we broke, it seems like after we broke up, like, I don't know if it was karma, but like my relationships was just like they was just crashing. And so she knew I wasn't that type of dude. It was just more so I was hurt because it affected our friendship. We knew each other since 6th grade. And like we got all the way to high school, and then we just decided to start dating. People thought we was like, oh, this is the couple of the year right here. And I'm just like, they gonna go forward, but things happen. That was an experience that needed to happen for me to understand, like, hurt people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
All right, we're gonna get into some more Ray Woods music, because again, somebody got to get pregnant, or somebody got to get proposed to tonight. So while they at the wedding, how about we make them dance tonight? Can we make them dance tonight?
Let's do it.
What you was thinking about when you put together dance tonight?
My homie Brian Pace out in Vegas. He's from Columbus. Shout out to Brian Pace. He connected with me through my OG Greg Ray. Mr. Greg had introduced us, and he was mad because when he heard me, he was like, I just left Columbus because I couldn't find any singers in Columbus that did what you do. Sent me the music, and as soon as I heard it, I'm like, yo, like, I just pictured myself in a house party setting, and like I just started writing, and it's a fun record. I want to shoot a video to it, but it's called Dance Tonight. It's on my album Soul of a Man on all digital media outlets. So y'all go check it out, man.
Let's do it. Dance Tonight.
They always tell us we don't party like they used to. We get a couple shots in the system, we grab a girl, and we dance all night. So I suggest ladies get dressed, fellas get fresh.
Oh yeah.
Tonight we going out, and you know what we gonna do? We gon' dance tonight. We gon' dance tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the weekend's here. Friday night, I just got paid. Hit the shower, get G'd up. Got my fellas calling on freeway. We ain't really been out in a while. Let's do something show with my style. Don't party waiting on the south side. Hit the truck, check the mirrors, let's ride. I don't know about you, but if you had anything about me, we going all hours of the night like a happy family. Don't come and bring all that mess. Let go of all the dumb stress. Say we don't know how to have fun. To show them how it's done. I just wanna chill with my people. I'm not looking for romance. All my fellas take some shots. Grab a girl so we can dance. Keep the party up tempo. We can be simple. Want the bar for your name. So let's live just a little. In the club just posted. Friday night we toasting. Party hard and getting live. Another long week made it alive. Chilling in the VIP. Got the hand on deck and our drinks on me. Take one step to the left, another to the right. Whatever seems to bother you, let go of it tonight. Let your body lose control. Pop bottles and let go. Say we don't know how to have fun. To show them how it's done. I just want to chill with my people. I'm not looking for romance. All my fellas take some shots. Grab a girl so we can dance. Keep the party up tempo. We can be simple. Want the bar for the night. So let's live just a little. I just want to chill with my people. I'm not looking for romance. All my fellas take some shots. Grab a girl so we can dance. Keep the party up tempo. We can be simple. Want the bar for the night. So let's live just a little.
Yeah. Talking to the old heads nowadays, man. They always tell us we don't party like they used to. We get a couple shots in the system, we grab a girl, and we dance all night. So I suggest ladies get dressed, fellas get fresh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tonight we going out, and you know what we gonna do? We gon' dance tonight.
Dance tonight.
We gon' dance tonight.
Dance tonight, yeah. Oh yeah, the weekend's here. Friday night, I just got paid. Hit the shower, get G'd up. Got my fellas calling on freeway. We ain't really been out in a while. Let's do something show with my style. Don't party waiting on the south side. Hit the truck, check the mirrors, let's ride. I don't know about you, but if you had anything about me, we going all hours of the night like a happy family. Don't come and bring all that mess. Let go of all the dumb stress. Say we don't know how to have fun. To show them how it's done. I just wanna chill with my people. I'm not looking for romance. All my fellas take some shots. Grab a girl so we can dance. Keep the party up tempo. We can be simple. Want the bar for the night. So let's live just a little. In the club just posted. Friday night we toasting. Party hard and getting live. Another long week made it alive. Chilling in the VIP. Got the hand on deck and our drinks on me. Take one step to the left, another to the right. Whatever seems to bother you, let go of it tonight. Let your body lose control. Pop bottles and let go. Say we don't know how to have fun. To show them how it's done. I just want to chill with my people. I'm not looking for romance. All my fellas take some shots. Grab a girl so we can dance. Keep the party up tempo. We can be simple. Want the bar for the night. So let's live just a little. I just wanna chill with my people. I'm not looking for romance. All my fellas take taking shots. Grab a girl so we can dance. Keep the party up tempo. We can be simple. Want the bar for the night. So let's dance just a little.
I heard about you and your other situation through word of mouth. They made it seem so complicated. Is it over now? Or did you just say it 'cause you're anxious to get closer now? 'Cause I want you to be all over me, truthfully, honestly. I need to believe. Wanna let go, but I don't really know. I heard you got a girlfriend. Say it ain't so, you ain't on the low. I don't think I could handle it. I wanna go to another level with you, but before I do, I wanna know if I go there with you. Oh yeah, so tell me again. I need to know if I go there with you. I heard all about your reputation. You know that word gets around. Tell me you got an explanation, 'cause I need to know. Is it nothing? Is it something? Oh, just keep it real with me. Truthfully, honestly, I need to believe. Wanna let go, but I don't really know. I heard you got a girlfriend. Say it ain't so, you ain't on the low. I don't think I could handle it. I wanna go to another level with you, but before I do, I wanna know if I go there with you. So tell me if you do. I need to know if I go there with you. It's alright, 'cause baby in my mind, oh, we should be together. Whoa, I wanna let go, but I don't really know. I heard you got a girlfriend. I'm trying to go to another level with you, but before I do, I wanna know if I go there with you. So tell me if you. I need to know if I go there with you.
All right, welcome back to the Grown Folks Table right here on WTMHradio.com. Call in. The number is 614-781-0754. We about to get into the topic we was talking about all night. We got guests in here. We've got Mr. Ray Woods,
yes.
singer, songwriter. Claire's in. How you doing, Claire?
I'm good.
You enjoying yourself?
I'm enjoying myself.
This experience, what do you think about this experience right here? Being on radio, wanted to be part of your dream. What do you think about this so far?
I mean, this is amazing. Like this, I'm inspired. Like this makes me just want to go get my paper and my pen and write down some things, because I used to do poetry and stuff like that. Like, I had that writer's block, but this is like so amazing just to have different people, and this is like really live. Like this is really like the Ricky Smiley show. Like this is really like that Breakfast Club. Like this is something I see on. Like this is inspiring.
Hold feeling myself.
Oh,
yeah. Now, he might be the Charlemagne of the radio. I don't know.
She said,
but
that's all I be doing.
She put us up there with the Breakfast Club. All right.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I'm trying to be up there a little, you know, we trying. We're somewhere.
The Breakfast Club,
hey,
Brunch
listen,
Club. You could be the Brunch Club.
Eldre brought this idea up to me a year ago, and as soon as he told me like the idea and the concept, I jumped on it because all I do is listen to R&B music. Like that's all I listen to. I listen to some rap. I like like old school rappers and stuff like that. But as far as music is concerned, I love R&B. And it's old school. Like I don't listen to I do listen to some of the new stuff, but not as much as I will listen to some old stuff. You know what I mean? And so some people think I need to expand my horizon, but I'm like, it is what it is. I'm old, so. Anywho, topic for tonight.
Let's get into it. So another way we can get to know Mr. Ray Woods, Claire. Yeah. I want to tell them what the topic is tonight and tell them exactly what we're talking about, K Streets.
All right. So the topic of tonight, we're talking about the relationship statuses that you see like on Facebook and stuff. Basically, the single or it's complicated or, situationships. We're going to talk about the meanings of these statuses and what they just mean in general to us and in general what, to everybody.
So you got a couple already written down that so the base we already know the basic ones: single, married. Okay. Yeah. So read off one of those streets.
All right. So the
hold on 1 second. First of all, Claire, you on Facebook?
I'm on Instagram.
Do they have a status on there?
They say it's complicated. It's complicated.
What is your status on there?
I'm single.
You very all right. You about to say very single.
Very single. Too single.
Yes.
Okay.
Too single.
Okay. You on Facebook, Ray?
Yeah, Facebook. Instagram.
What's your status, man?
I'm engaged.
You engaged.
Engaged.
You put that on there, or did she put that on there?
We both did.
What you mean? What do you mean that? Like she took your phone, or was on your computer and put it like who? Oh yeah, both did it on each other's Facebook at the same time.
Nah, she did it on hers. I did it on mine.
Okay.
Right. Was it a mutual thing or is it like since
well first like we're very private as well, so it was kind of like we was even skeptical even like giving people like that okay, you know what I'm saying? But for me it's kind of like I feel it's important because I get a lot of people add me on Facebook. I get a lot of people.
Group reaction is tough, right?
Yeah, and it's just like, what I mean? Like
coming from everywhere.
I can already tell like what a female, like what she on. Like Instagram is the perfect one. Okay. They follow me and all of a sudden like I got 9 likes and they just like her pictures. I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and post a picture of me and my lady so they know like I'm off the market. It's just like sometimes you got to do that because I was so caught up in being private that it was almost like you try to keep it a secret.
Now, I've heard in this, especially for singles,
I see where you're going with it.
That if they think that it works in your benefit, you ain't got it's not about lying. Like they don't want you to lie. But if the fan thinks that, what's wrong with that? You didn't heard that before in the industry.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I have to be realistic.
Okay.
I got a 9 to 5. I'm Ray Woods. Like I mean, I'm not at that level yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going for it. I'm growing towards it. But it's just for me, it's a respect thing. It's because like I've been on the other side of the fence. Like I've been in that other shoe where I've been a secret. You know what I mean? I was with somebody that was just like, I don't want nobody to know you my dude. Like, and part of it was because she didn't want nobody else to get access to me through her social media. And then also it was because, you know what I'm saying, she was using social media as a tool to do her little thing and still, basically be single. So it's like, it's a fine line. You can be private and post pictures of your significant other. You don't have to make it a secret. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you gotta walk it. You gotta walk that damn line.
K Streets, what is your status?
My status is single. Absolutely
single.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Single.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Y'all say that like both guys.
I only been single for like a month and a half,
don't like
maybe
when
2.
women say it like
so you
like,
just
you feel
newly
like
single.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, but I don't like when women say it like that's how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be single. Like they say it like it's a bad.
You're not supposed to be single, but
I
until
don't
you
think
find
nobody
someone who's
is.
trying to compliment your life, add to your life, and
There's
not
nothing
take
wrong
stuff
with being
away.
single.
Absolutely
know,
not.
It's
nothing.
I can
wrong
go
with,
where I want, say what I
but I
want.
don't. Sometimes they say it
I
like
don't have to do
they
it.
don't want to stay that way. Like, no.
No.
I'm not going to answer to nobody.
I think single, you got to embrace it because people try to make it seem
That
like
is true.
single is bitter or single is lonely. When really single is the time to get yourself together.
Exactly,
It really
and focus
is.
on self so you can be better for the next.
When you
man
do better, you
or
attract
woman.
better. You understand what I'm saying?
I think that's the problem now.
You opening it up.
Yeah.
When you do better, you attract
You wasn't
better.
saying that before. You wasn't saying. Now you're saying lady or man. So I'm happy to hear
I
that.
think that's the problem though. Is ain't nobody really single now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's.
It's crazy.
I don't think a lot of people really single.
Because it seems like, and ladies, they probably don't get on me right now, but I don't care because I think it's
Don't
the
say
goddamn
nothing
truth.
stupid, LJ.
That they thought it was something wrong with saying I'm single and I'm single for a little bit. Like they didn't say it with the conviction y'all say it. They actually said like something wrong. They look like if I'm single, what's wrong with me? They didn't say it with the confidence that y'all said it with. Does that make sense?
I mean, but
That was me.
this is the thing. Like, it depends on people's situations. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's almost like, in a sense, the way you're explaining it is there's a little bit of insecurity behind that. There's a little self-doubt behind that. And when I'm saying that is about self and not about the person that whoever, whatever happened, the reason why you're single, whatever the case may
Right.
be. It's about self because you're not. Now it's like you're upset because you're single because you want to have somebody when it was supposed to be that time to self-reflect. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot dwell in the depressing stage of singleness.
I mean, do you know,
what I mean?
we all have
You
that
have-
one friend
you
on
have-
Instagram, on Facebook who's sad. Where's Babe? Where's Boo? I need a
Oh,
little baby that's
absolutely.
gonna listen. I mean, I know a person who does that all the time, constantly.
Wake up in the morning.
But it ain't so
say
sad.
And then say later on that night, that night, leave me alone.
Right.
I mean, and then you know what?
Yeah,
It's just like
yeah,
when you get
yeah.
to a certain point of your singleness, you got to learn that happiness comes within, not
Exactly.
men. And the happiness come within with not men. Because if you learning from to get happy with a man, then you will never be happy by yourself. You got to learn how to
Exactly.
be happy and solid within yourself. Be a whole by your whole self before you can add to somebody else. If you don't love yourself, ain't nobody else gonna love you. You got to be a whole. You got to be. You got to be able to love you.
But
It's. I'm just saying.
gonna kill Eldred.
You
I was
gotta-
that person.
Not so in love. You got. I mean, you understand what I'm saying?
No.
But it happens that way. People
I
think you
was-
gotta
I
be
was that
with
person.
somebody to be like.
Oh man, like I hated being single.
Mm-hmm.
I was because I'm so in love with the idea of being in love.
Yes.
That was my
love,
issue.
love.
I love love. Like I just love the idea.
How poisonous can that be? Love and love.
It's very poisonous
Poison.
because once again, like I said, hurt people.
Mm.
And I didn't realize that I was going through a stretch of relationships where I wasn't ready.
I might got to call you back for that show right there. Right?
Yeah.
I think that's what we're gonna call it.
Yeah.
Love. Like people, not just the person. It's not even got nothing to do with the person. I love love.
Yeah, it's
Right,
the idea of
exactly.
love.
I love being involved in playing
But-
music.
Nobody was.
But
no-
you know what you say
Yeah.
that it makes me question things because it's like people say this all the time.
all the
People
time.
say-
But the action behind it
Yeah.
doesn't match how you
It doesn't.
what you trying to express that you feel because everybody wants love.
Right.
And I see that all the time on Facebook. And I'm just like, but yet you're still dogging men, yet you're still dogging women.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know
Or
what
do you
I mean?
just want to
Like,
be with
or
somebody?
you just want it.
You want
but-
to be with somebody.
But
You
it's
want
the
love
simple
from
fact
somebody.
everybody wants loves, but don't know how to give it at the end
Right.
of the day. And that's
Right.
the annoying part of it because
If you're scared of true love, because
you can't be scared of it though.
Right.
I
Do you
can't-
want love or are you
Everything
even
is a
lovable?
gamble.
Are you
If
even
I
lovable?
do this, it's a possibility I can get hurt.
But
That fear
Yeah.
today,
You're absolutely right.
Not back, when the 90s and all that stuff, people wasn't as fearful as it now.
Yeah.
you're absolutely
Very
right.
scared to get hurt today.
I think people
You're
are so.
absolutely
They
right.
make these crazy statuses up, and that's what we're talking about tonight. And to me, what makes these statuses so relevant and not makes it clear because it's a crutch. I can
Right.
use this as my crutch because I'm scared. So,
do you think they use those statuses also as to seek the attention?
Oh my God!
You know what they call it? They call it thirst traps. Thirst traps. So you got to say
is.
something to make people be, oh, what you doing? Or I wish I had a little baby. You're too fine to be single. They want people to comment. They want people to inbox. It goes down in the DM.
Yeah.
It's a thirst trap and people
validation. That's all it is.
It's validation.
It's validation. That's
and social media gives
people
a lot of
my status. That's not what I'm about.
No, but it's all
all
about perception.
Right.
It's all about perception. But at the same time, like for me, like this is the society we live in now, and this is why it's scary. Because
scary, man, we talking about this at work, how scary that is.
Yeah, we live in
Powerful
a world.
Scary.
We live in a world right now where, for example, I'm involved with a lot of programs like involved, with the Black community, young Black men, mentoring, working with mental health, and working with drug addiction. You know what I'm saying, with the youth, and it's like I had a program where we had my kids. We went out and we cleaned up the community, and we served food for the homeless. We did all of that. Now, when I posted that, I was looking for attention. This is the perception nowadays. If you post something positive,
but it's true, you are trying to get attention, but just for this.
Yeah, for that point.
But people do stuff for likes so much that people think, oh, you're doing it for a like.
You're just doing it for a like. Versus every time I scroll on my Facebook, I'm unfollowing and removing people because I've come to the conclusion that I'm no longer going to allow people to be the engine to our community, like being plaster as all we want to do is fight, all we want to do is shoot people.
Yeah,
like I see videos on my Facebook all the time, and like people share it, and it just get share, and I'm like, damn, like I post a video giving food to a homeless man, and y'all give me issues for that.
Nobody cares about that.
Because I'm trying to spread positivity. That's the society we live in.
That's
yeah.
And we live in another society also. Like you got to post it to prove it. Right here. If you don't post it, it's not real. That's what they say.
Read one off and give us the
all right.
The definition.
So the okay. So first, I got this off the true meanings behind Facebook relationship status and updates. It's like PC Tech Magazine. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that or not.
Yeah.
So the first one I'm going with would probably be. I want to talk about this one.
Yeah, that's your world.
This is called in a civil union. Never heard of this before.
That is an actual status that you can put up. Say it again.
In a civil union. Yep. So it says in a civil union is a recent addition to Facebook's relationship status options. Basically, this only has two meanings. I am gay and decided to use the in a civil union status since I can't legally get married in my country.
What?
I am an insensitive idiot who is not gay, but thought it would be funny to change my relationship status to in a civil union, which is stupid.
Really?
I don't know why people would do that.
Okay. Read me another one. I don't know where to go from there.
Okay. Well, shout out to the all of that stuff, but community. I wanted to know what that meant.
But I know what I get it now. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So where's my other one? I wanted that one. All right. In a domestic partnership, basically.
That's a status also. What's the name of it?
Yeah, that I seen that
domestic
before.
Domestic partnership.
Do they beat each other?
Is
domestic partnership. Go on and read that
domestic partnership. It says, no, I don't want to do that.
Please.
I cannot do that.
Please, because I'm the oldest fogey here, and some of this new stuff is just crazy.
Yeah,
I have seen that, and I wondered today, is it domestic violence?
Is I'm in what?
I've seen that.
Domestic partnership?
This one says, oh my gosh. I am gay and felt more comfortable using the in a domestic partnership other option rather than in the relationship option. The second one says, I am an insensitive idiot who is not gay, but thought it would be. I already read that.
Is that the same one?
Why does it say that again? I don't know.
I think that first dude is making up statuses because, it's okay. You know.
I just read that one though, so I don't know why I said that.
I thought it was something like the partners agreed that we can hit each other or something. I thought that's what it was. Like I thought it was something weird like that. I thought it was like a domestic abuse. Like we both agreed that I could smack the shit out of you.
Oh no.
And it's fine, but we cool with it. Y'all may not understand our status, but we cool.
We cool.
Read me another one, Street.
All right, so it's complicated.
This is so complicated.
The infamous melodramatic. It's complicated Facebook relationship status. Woohoo! Yep. Let's break the meaning down for you. I've broken up with my boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, etc. several times this year. I've actually lost count. I need counseling, but instead air my dirty laundry on Facebook. It is therapeutic for me. I don't know how that means anything. In my head, second one, in my head, I am in a relationship with someone who is emotionally unavailable. In that special someone's head, a relationship really doesn't exist.
It's not complicated. It's not happening.
It's not right. Exactly.
That's how people perceive it when they see it, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes, if I know the person that has it, I'm like, bro, just put single.
Right.
Or commit fully to it.
Absolutely.
Right. Either all right, you can go walk away, or one of y'all gonna have to fully commit to this. But it's complicated. This is what drew me to it, Ray, was the power of putting this of letting everybody know that the power of letting everybody know is complicated for me. Why is that so drawing? Why is that so drawing to people now? Like you said, the microwave thing, things is quick. But why is that so important right now?
The main reason is because if I were to put it's complicated on my Facebook right now, I would have inboxes. I would have people that genuinely care.
Back in my day, all they did was go to the club, though.
Yeah. And now the power of social media, if you put that it's complicated and they see that change, it's different from when you get your Facebook first started and you put that you're in a complicated relationship. But if you have people following your relationship, Columbus is already small. Like, so you open up that box, then that opportunity for when you change it, people are going to jump on it because they're going to want to know what's going on. Like, I could speak from a male's perspective. When a female puts it's complicated, oh yeah, you get all the ladies, man. What's wrong, baby girl? What's going on, man?
You
gotta respect you, man.
The comments after that be some funny shit.
Funny.
It's amazing how the baby girl, that's some funny shit.
Yeah. Like
you're gonna be all right.
Yeah. That's what they do. And that's what happens. Like it creates and that's why, like, when she was reading off, it's complicated. The way that they was wording it was because that's how the average person on social media now perceives that. When they see it, they're not thinking, okay, they're trying to work it out. They're thinking, okay, you just want some attention. That's how they look at it.
What else you got, Streets?
All right, so I got the situationship, which I really wanted to get into.
Situation. That is
that's the new relationship.
Situationship. What? Tell me exactly what I'm in. I'm in a situationship.
Absolutely. That's
right. So situationship basically is kind of like I want to say it's like the friends with benefits type situation without the having the relationship title. So you're doing everything like the friends with benefits would do. You hang out and stuff like that. But no, it actually is the title that I'm in this relationship basically. But then I guess in the midst of it, when you start to realize that person may not be for you, things stop happening in this relationship. Like the going out, the hanging out, like the going out and the hanging out. And I'm about to explain all this to you in a second because I got 12 signs you're in a situationship.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what I was explaining, I'm gonna go off on one of these 12 steps because I want y'all to think about these steps that I'm telling y'all and think about the relationship that you in. And if this applies to you, you need to rethink of your whole relationship at the end of the day. Not telling you to break up with your dude, but you got some thinking to do. Anywho,
you might be in a situationship.
You might be in a. All right, you are not even going out on dates anymore. You can't even you Netflixing and chilling at the crib. You know what I'm saying? You bought hot wings at the crib. And the one thing I liked about this is because I always stress, like, you know, what you do in the beginning to get in your relationship is the same thing you gotta do to keep the person. Mm-hmm. So dates are very vital to a relationship because you don't want to lose that spunk. You don't want to lose that spontaneity or whatever the case may be. Yeah. You want to always just make sure that y'all treating one another right at the end of the day. So dates are important in a relationship. You cannot get comfortable, you know what I'm saying, being content at home and just doing normal everyday activities, working, get up, go to sleep, come home from work, cook dinner, do it all, watch your favorite episode of Power, or whatever the case. Shout out to Power, by the way. Sorry, Ghost is my guy.
But first you told him not to watch it. Now you told us to watch it.
I didn't never say not watch Power.
I don't want to get messed up.
Anywho, but yeah, so that was the first one. You know, you don't go out on dates anymore. So you don't go out on dates anymore. You Netflix and chilling.
We just watching the movie halfway till we gotta do what we gotta do.
Okay, we have no title. We're just saying we're just friends, or we're just seeing each other.
So is this
take it one day at a time, going with the flow?
They got a title for that now?
Situationships.
That's
all right. Let's get a couple more that you can go to another song. Okay. You avoid discussing the future. So talking about long-term goals, 5-10-year plans, relationship goals, and practically taboo subjects. You don't know where you stand and you avoid discussing it at all costs.
Now, first, Clay, I'm gonna ask you this. From what she read, does that sound stronger than friends with benefits? It's a better way of putting it.
Situationship?
Yeah.
Situationship kind of messy. It's kind of messy to me. And friends with benefits, I don't really like that title either, because why? I mean, if it's just sexual benefits, why gotta be friends with benefits? I mean, if that's the thing. I mean,
it's more than that, honey.
I mean,
friends with benefits is not just about sex. It's actually friends with benefits. That means we're gonna hang out. We can talk. Yeah. We can chill.
People don't do that, though.
Yes, we're gonna be loving one another from time to time.
Sexual benefits.
Yes, absolutely.
And then that's all they think about is the sexual part. But if we're benefiting each other, we're adding to each other. It's more of a mental thing. We're not just doing like a physical connection. I want somebody I can build with, have chemistry. We date and we booty buddies too.
Yeah, that's a relationship.
You know, it's a relationship that we can talk and we can go on.
A song that had
it is, but at the end of the day, you're not labeling that as a relationship.
Can you write a song to get anything close to that resembles something that's like a situationship?
Absolutely, I can. Absolutely. I mean,
is that bond stronger than friends with benefits? Is that what it's supposed to be?
A situation is not stronger than friends with benefits, okay. And I'm gonna tell you why. From experience, like we don't talk anymore. Mm-hmm. But you know, we just grew apart. We didn't fall out. We see each other. It's all love. But I had a friend with the benefits, like a situation where I was with a friend. We were genuinely friends, mm-hmm. And I'm a dude. She's a girl. You know what I'm saying?
So when y'all done, y'all dap and leave? How does that go?
I mean, it was awkward. It was awkward.
Or a fist bump, like to see you.
Nah, it wasn't no fist. It was a hug. You know what I mean? It was back to normal, mm-hmm. But it was kind of like we were comfortable.
How you was able to turn that off and on, man?
The thing was is that we weren't able to.
Let me say this.
That's what happened.
Because and you notice kissing is a real intimate thing.
Very intimate.
Yeah.
So
kissing.
Now is that in the rule of friends and benefit or situationship? Can you do that? Because I think once you do that, that's something else. That's
absolutely.
I think essentially
you don't kiss your situationship.
Essentially.
No. I mean, for real, that's how you catch feelings. Eye contact and kissing.
The idea of situationships.
But what I'm trying to ask is, do you understand what's about? Because it's a different level when you kiss.
It is.
And that's the point of whole situationships. It's just that the title is not there. And then it's the falling out that comes with it at the end. That's what becomes a situationship. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it was a relationship at first that outgrew. that became a situationship. That's that.
Yeah,
it's complicated.
I think
it's
with friends with benefits.
I mean,
do you kiss?
When I was in that situation, we didn't in public. Like we was like we put that mask on like we was just homies, but at the crib we was
okay.
Yeah, fireworks. Like,
bang bang.
Yeah, bang, bang. Like every trip. But in my opinion, essentially, I feel like a situationship is and maybe I'm looking at it from a deeper level, but I look at a situationship as a friends with benefits without the friendship. That's how I view it.
I thought this is what when I first got it, this is what I thought.
Yeah.
We're growing to be something. It's a situation right now.
Would that be dating though?
That's why I look at it.
Okay, it's a situation right now. I don't know why. Again, this is how I put it.
Yeah.
The ship come in, make it a situation ship is we are gonna grow to something, but right now it's just a situation.
See,
but y'all got a total different,
because that's honestly how people perceive a situationship. Like what you just said was dating.
Yeah, we're dating, we're courting, we getting to know each other, we're seeing where it goes.
The way y'all put it was look like both you still single.
Exactly.
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 Exactly. Situation.
That's what it is.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
But I think the first problem is that people have different perceptions of dating anyway.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think the problem is, look at a relationship, I look at it as like point A to B, B to C.
Mm-hmm.
A to B is you know what I'm saying, you dating. B is when you get to that, we're there, and C is eventually marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I think the issue is that there's no A to B anymore. Mm-hmm. There's no courting, there's no dating.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of people was just jumping into situationships, and then they're trying to create a relationship out of it.
Exactly.
I think that's what the problem is. And the reason why I have to hold myself accountable and say is because I've done that before.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten with a chick. It's a physical attraction, and then we try to make a physical attraction something deeper than what it is. And no, it's just like, I find you attractive. I think you're beautiful. And it's like, but there's no chemistry, there's no mental, there's no emotional connection.
Yeah.
But because we had sex, because we did whatever we did, because
it's an emotional soul tie.
I found myself in a situationship just from kissing a girl.
Because it's a different level.
Yes.
And this is let me say this. God damn it, I had it. What the hell I was about to say when he was shit. I hate forgetting.
Were you equally yoked with somebody when you have sex? It's kind of that's very intimate, and I think that once you have sex with somebody, it's like it's that goes out the window. The mental thing go out the window. So I think that people.
I don't think the mental thing. I think it depends on who you're dealing with at the end of the day.
I think it depends on who you're dealing with, but I think it's so many people in and out of each other's bed. I think the lust is sometimes lust could be high or it could be a high. You know, when you have your legs open and your eyes closed, it's a high.
Oh.
You don't understand what I'm saying, but when you have your eyes open and your legs closed, you kind of can see the forest from the tree. Sometimes lust can get you can take you in such a far away that you don't see things for what it was. It could be prevented before y'all had sex.
Now I see some of these statuses coming up, and I say, you said, Ray, you said I got to hold myself accountable for things like that, and I said, I think, and I see stuff like that, and I say, women should hold themselves accountable, and this is why I say that. We would only do what they let us to do. If she wouldn't have let you be in that situationship and was like, you're going to take me this way or we just won't be, you would have said either yes or no. But there's so many women that are settling for situationships or whatever other statuses that K Streets go over there. If you wanted to be with somebody and wanted to go the right way, the women have the power to do it. The problem is they're not no more.
Yeah, I agree.
So you're saying that women want to be in these situationships? Or you think the man leaders on a little bit sometimes, maybe not?
I think it's the role versus of that whole game role that people play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not everybody wants to be in that type of situation, but at the end of the day, if you get into people that really don't know what they want, ain't figured it out yet, and just want to be with somebody just to say they have somebody, you will create a situationship just because you are not content with trying to be by yourself and figuring some stuff out for yourself so you can have the person that you need that's going to match you 100%.
So when you tell everybody this on the Facebook, what is people supposed to do? Is it all right? She's in a situationship. You don't talk to her or him, or that person is open. What? Because you put it up for attention.
Yeah, essentially.
What you want people to get from it? That I'm taking, not taking, halfway taking.
They're gonna say, all right, she
chilling,
might be talking to
movie,
somebody, but I'm still gonna say something because it's just a situation. She's not saying that, or he's not saying that. I'm taken by saying a status like, all right, is in a relationship with such and such, or engaged, or married.
So it's probably a sign to say, hey, I come with a lot of baggage. I come with some things. If you still want to be able to like me or inbox me or go on in my DM,
like the
this is what it come
old
with.
You get off my grass, dude. But this is crazy.
But it's
this
real,
is what
though.
This is what y'all living in. That you go up to somebody, hi, my name is, and once y'all get to that point, they will actually out their mouth and say, I'm in a situationship.
Nah,
and expect you to
they're not going to say
that. But people have said that.
A situation,
and expect you to
a
situation
would be like a dude be like, you meet somebody and they see you walking down the street, dude, like, oh man, she hot. I'm about to just say hi to her. They know they got a girl, so y'all get to chopping up. He gonna tell you, I got a girl, but I'm allowed to have friends too.
Yeah, stuff like that. You know, so you really in a situation. Ain't nobody got time for that. Are you single or not? You got to just say it just like that. Like, are you single?
Yeah, but you know what broke that? And again, women get mad at. Women broke that to put this status even to let it be.
Yeah,
y'all have the power to be like that. Take that bullshit down.
Right. Okay.
Whatever you put a yard, no, whatever how you said it. Y'all have the power to make statuses like that sound so stupid and not even let it even appear anymore. Y'all are letting that appear. That a dude can say.
Mine just appears as single. I don't know.
I understand that, and I'm not talking. And I'm not talking to you. And I'm not talking to streets. I'm talking about women that y'all. I want y'all to realize y'all have the power of letting that status live. Y'all can shut something as dumb as that down. No, I'm not no situationship. It's no, whatever the hell you put it.
But see, you know what? Like I'm trying to say, like that's why it's important to be okay and healed in your singleness. Because when you in your singleness and you ain't really healed, you hurt people. You going from one situation to one situation. It's creating situations all over the city because you ain't healed from what that person did. You didn't go from here to here to her, his bed, her bed, him. Listen, it's just too much going around. How about you be single for a minute? You heal, you cope, you realize where you went wrong, when they went wrong, and you try to deal with so it won't be no more situationships. Because this is a cycle. Relationships is a cycle, and we tired of going through it. The people who just want a friend, right? We dealing with situations.
I'll tell you what I hear. A whole generation so scared of love, man.
That's all it is.
Absolutely.
That's all it is.
And you sing about love.
That's
that
all
gotta
it is.
terrify you, man.
That's all it is. I mean, it doesn't.
And not the point that you won't still go back to the studio and try to create, but damn, like that is you in an era and a generation where they're so scared of love, but you supposed to go home to pen and pad and convince.
Convince people to love again.
Keep convincing. You need it.
I mean, I'm
not saying stop.
Never going to stop, but it is discouraging when like I go up to a young lady and I remember I was in the mall and I was passing out my EPs. I was passing out EPs, and I walked up and like I don't just walk up to people and be like here, but I walked up to a young lady. She had to be in her 20s, early 20s, no older. And I said, "Excuse me, miss, do you listen to R&B music?" She was like, "Nah." I'm like, "Wait a minute, you don't listen to any R&B? You don't listen to any love music?" She was like, "What the fuck is love?"
It's crazy.
Crazy.
I hear that.
Crazy.
I work in a school, and not just as females, men. They really don't like. What the fuck is
Men
that?
are hurt. Men are hurt.
Way more than women
a lot
know
of people,
today.
People don't realize. We're not even going to talk about the black man. We could talk about. Matter of fact, hell, the black man is hurt.
What they go through on that day outside of the house, they have no idea.
The black man is scared as shit every fucking day. Like,
so what can we do as women to make it better?
It's a lot of people don't realize the effects of words. I hate the phrase "words will never hurt me." Words are powerful. And now I understand why, like, when I first got with my fiance, she would always send me text messages in the morning, uplifting me. And I wasn't really used to it. So I was like, yo, what's with this corny shit? And she was like, you don't understand what I'm doing. I understand what you got to deal with. I understand when you leave this house, there's a guarantee you may not make it back. Men are fucking scared of what's going on. And we don't have, and we got to walk around with that tough guy attitude.
I can handle everything for us.
I can handle, no, we can't. We can't. And it's like, we created this image that the black man can't show emotion, but they want us to be emotional. But then when we are emotional,
you weak.
You weak. Like, and so it's to the point where it's like a dude is like, shit, I know a couple females that's like that. Like, the hell I need to do for it? Like, I'm better off by myself. But it's not what they say, it's how they say it. And when they say it like that, it's kind of like, yo, it's
depressing.
You hurt. You need a hug.
And black women, we need to. I know you say black men hurt, black women hurt. We need to come together and.
You said you asked earlier. Then what can we do?
What can we do?
The first thing you can do is understand what Ray said. Is understand when we step out the house, we go through some shit that you just can't comprehend.
Yeah.
And when we come back in, we need something to. I mean, we ain't got to stroke the ego and none of that, but to say something to let us know all that what I just did ain't for nothing.
Right.
Don't need much. Just a couple of words to know that shit that I just went through out there that you wouldn't even understand, that it's okay. I'm thankful for it. Just these couple of words, and I think that's the first thing African American women can do. Absolutely. Understand when that man walks out the house, you got a couple things in mind: police, job. I wish that was just it.
That's the only two that came in my mind. What else?
You see, right? It's just
man, it's like a jungle for us. You got
best way to describe.
You got the snakes, you got the alligators, and you got the lions.
Do black women deal with that stuff too, though?
Or not really with y'all go through stuff on a daily basis. That's not what we're saying. But rarely do you hear women got beat down by police for nothing. You get some of that we go through on top of that job stuff, especially if you got a dude that work in the warehouse. Man, you just don't know what he went through for that 9 to 5 or those 12 hours. He gonna need something when he get in the house to let him know, all right, baby, it's okay for you to go out there and do it tomorrow because you know you got here. To go through that shit and then come to the house, y'all really don't know.
You come to the house, they nagging and why you ain't do this and why you want to do that. You don't want to hear that. You want to hear comfort. You want to hear.
Most black men want two things. They want to be respected and they want to feel appreciated. That's where our love comes. Like, y'all, women are, and this is not for all women because, like, it's different love languages. But for generally speaking, for men, we want to feel respected and we want to feel appreciated. Once we lose one of the two, then that's when that somebody else starts to show that.
But let me tell you, let me build on what Ray just said. We can take on the world when we know we left at the house with that. Yep. We're ready to take on the world when we know we left the house with that. Yep. Come on, world, I'm ready. Yep. You can't fuck with me. I know what I just left. The problem is not too many women know that right now.
Absolutely.
That you can lead. I can lead this house with so much power with you just knowing that.
But also the problem is it's like this. It's now it's kind of you said you hit it right on the nose. Like right now I feel like it's a tug of war. Because now men are starting to be able to recognize, like we started all these trending topics, mental health. Mm-hmm. Like mental health has always been like an issue, like always. It's magnified.
We just didn't even know what to call it.
It's magnified because of social media. It's magnified because of technology. It's magnified for so many different reasons. But right now I feel like it's a tug of war because women, like in my opinion, black women are the most disrespected, neglected creatures on this planet. If you do your history, you do your research, the black woman has always been neglected, disrespected, rejected,
taken for granted.
So right now what it is that you have a history, a cycle of women being hurt, and now you got men coming out saying, well, I'm hurt too. And instead of like you saying, well, how can we do what can we do to build each other up? It's no, you fix me. No, I'm gonna fix you. No, you gonna fix me. Like nobody is in it together.
And you know what? Like I said before, we got to be in it together. But sometimes you got to take some time for yourself. You heal yourself. I heal myself. Like I'm in the mental health field, so I believe that sometimes that if you trying to do it so much, fix each other, it can become toxic and it become dangerous. It kind of could become. It kind of can become like, you know, we always together. Sometimes you just have to separate and get your mind and yourself. You have to heal from certain things. And sometimes you can try to fix somebody, but sometimes you got things that's beyond our control.
You can't fix nobody.
It's beyond our control.
I always thought that was sort of the beauty of love, of the magic of it, also of getting through that together.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Because I guess when you were single, you already did going through these things yourself. Imagine I match your wit with my wit, or your downfall with my downfall, so we won't even go through that no more. Imagine the magic. I always thought that was the magic of real love, and what makes it stronger, and what makes you can build the foundation that you can build off.
Right.
It can be.
It definitely could be, but at the end of the day, I just feel like this, like. Hearing everybody talking and stuff, and just thinking about like, you know, how people feel about love and what you said about what the young lady said in the mall, it just baffles me, because it's like, no matter how you look at it, I don't think it's going to get worse, because people really don't understand, you know, to really have genuine love, it has to come from self first before you can give it to anybody else. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna keep sitting here.
Today,
exactly, because they don't know how to love themselves. That's why they can't give the type of love that they want to receive.
Absolutely,
scarier.
Exactly.
How many weddings you went to this year?
None.
At our age,
I have one wedding I'm going to this year.
Our parents is probably going to about at least once a month, especially summertime.
Yes. I love weddings. Yes. I love it. I wish I could get invited to a wedding.
Just think about it. Last time you've been to one.
Yeah.
It's been a couple years.
Is it something like that just dying out? Like nobody won't do that no more?
I think with the weddings, the courtship, I think chivalry, I think certain things it kind of has changed. Like I know you said men want to be respected and they want to be appreciated, but I think that, you know, for
all we needed is out the house. Everybody else, we ready to give them the business if they're not giving it.
But it's
us.
Like sometimes
all we needed is outside the house.
As a black man, it's like you want something. You want me to respect you. I want to have something to respect for you. You know, I think that as a black woman, we're in an era like the black woman is doing it all. Like black women is doing it all. I know what I deal with. I always deal with the men who don't want to do nothing. They don't have the same ambition, the same drive. And I'm gonna go get her. I'm gonna shake her to move her. I'm hustling. So you got to be able to move how I move, and I move fast. I'm always looking to do something. But if you really ain't got nothing, you come with your dick out, and you come out. You don't talking nothing. You ain't talking about. You come with your hand out. You come out with your hand out. You know, you come out with your hand out and your dick out. That's all you got. And it's like, what else can we do besides Netflix and chill? Can you take me out? Can you work? Can we do this?
I say the problem.
Give me something to respect.
Women is going to bash me. You said no. In Columbus, it's 4-1.
That will say
The problem is 3 more after you say yes to him. That's what you up against.
But I'm saying, okay.
So he's going to turn away from you because you know 3 more inside this city.
You know what?
Settling. Right. Is going to say yes, put my dick out, and we not.
And that's how it is, you know, because I think that sometimes women they got to start with self. Baby, they have no
morals, values, and respect, and people are losing that part.
And then when you meet a woman who does have that, it's hard for her to even find someone because it's like I'm single, but why would I go with her when she'll put me up house and board? I ain't got to get no job. I could stay with her, use her food stamps, drive her car, do this and do that. But you dealing with me, it's like I can't have.
No, and that's just a woman. At the end of the day, I don't know what women get the idea.
These women that's taking care of these women that's taking care of these dudes. I'm telling you,
nobody's child.
Listen, these women is companionship. I want companionship.
I think of it like this. This thing all falls back on fear. Look, fear and power. I got the power now. I'm the one that got it. I can dispose of you whenever I want, my dude.
Yep.
All you got is this to the table.
No.
Look what I've been doing this whole time. This thing is about fear and power. I'm scared of love to get my heart broken. So I will take on him because he has no power or fear to break me.
I never look at that like that. I don't want nobody like that. I want somebody who got just as much to lose as I got to lose. Somebody we can grow together. We can build a business together. We can learn. We can.
But
climb.
it's not even about that. It's just the fear of the heart.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. It's the fear of just like the what ifs.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Now, Ray, aren't you doomed thinking that from the start? I always said that when she said, I always said, if you with that was mindset of the what if. Aren't you fucking it up already before the person even do anything wrong? Because you're putting already in a negative.
I see where you're coming from, but I absolutely see where you're coming from. I'm a firm believer in law of attraction. I'm a firm believer in law of attraction. So what you think is what you speak.
I believe it.
And what you speak is what you attract. So it can, but like you said, it's all because people don't know how to love themselves. And it's like, you don't have to be in a relationship for somebody, because in my opinion, nobody can fix you but you. There are people that can encourage you and that can be that vessel for you to just kind of get over that hurdle, get over that hill, whatever you're going through. But what I was saying is that you don't have to be in a relationship for somebody to basically encourage you and build you up and speak life into you.
Right up.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to be in a relationship for me to say, listen, Queen, I love what you're doing. Keep going. I'm supporting you. That didn't require a relationship.
True.
I mean, have you ever met some of them friends? I have a girlfriend. She ain't never single. I mean, she could break up with her boyfriend tomorrow. She gonna have another man in a week or
and
two.
that's the problem.
She been having men.
I don't know how it works, but it's like
being single, like I just don't like.
I know the people that's always relationships. I mean, they just always have to be in a relationship. Okay. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. But it's like, and I'm the type, I've been single for so long, but I'm to the point right now, I'm patient and I'm waiting. What is for me, it's going to be for me. I'm not looking, I'm not coaching, I'm not searching, I'm not breaking my neck, I'm not kissing no ass. I'm not about to go through the change. If it comes for me and it's for me, I'm gonna know it's for me and I'm gonna embrace it. But the people that's in a relationship over and over again, it's a time where you just have to, you understand what I'm saying? You have to just say, okay, when is I'm gonna have some time to sit back and try to see? Because I mean, you can plan your whole life around somebody else, and you can do that. Maybe that's what people do. I don't know. But I think it got to be sometimes you got to figure out what you want to do and find somebody who's compatible with that. I don't think you should lose yourself with the thought of love.
But I also agree a lot more people going to have to take a risk on this, going to have to jump.
They're going to have to jump.
Steve Harvey, I think he's the best person to put it. So you're going to have to jump.
You got to jump.
It's no other way to find out.
You gotta
How
jump.
you going to get the answer?
And you got to get people
maybe situationship this shit through.
Benefit of the doubt. That's what you got to do.
Grown folks, David, what's your name? Where you from?
Alexis. I'm currently in Abu Dhabi.
How you doing? Well, we're talking about statuses on Facebook and exactly what does that mean. What's your status on? Are you on Facebook first of all?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Everybody knows I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook.
So, what is your?
My status is no. That's my relationship status. I feel like that's nobody's business. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
So, relationship status per se on Facebook. And I don't like put like my spouse on Facebook, if that makes sense.
So right now you don't have it. Don't say nothing. You said right now it don't say nothing for our status.
No, my status literally as far as relationship. I don't even know if it says I'm single. I don't know. Like I said, that's one thing. I've been having my Alexis Walker page for about 8 or 9 years, and probably just still says single, but that's not something I update. If I get into a relationship, I'm not about to update it and say in relationship. If I get married, I'm not about to update it and say married to such and such and then tag that person. No.
That's a smart move.
Nobody's business.
So when did you think that it came so important for people to put those statuses up?
I just think it's the generation that we're in right now. Everybody feels like Facebook has to be validation. In order for you to have a successful relationship or to look like you're happy, you have to post things like what they do for Valentine's Day, what they do for your birthday. You have to post 101 pictures of you and your spouse together. That's people's way of validating their relationship.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I agree
1,000%.
with you.
Yeah, we got to.
And I think it's a problem if you need to have your your relationship validated. That means something.
If you're truly happy and out there,
you don't need validation.
How many people are saying that if you're that happy, you're going on trips and having a beautiful time for anniversaries and birthdays? Do you really think that person has time to take pictures?
That's what I always said. When did you have time to run to get your phone?
Right.
True.
Later or something like that. That's understandable. But those people that are consistently on social media trying to validate their relationship, I'm all bullshit. Y'all ain't that fucking happy.
That's right.
Yes.
Carla, where you from? I know that's right.
Oh my
I know
God!
that's right.
Thank you
Like the
so
church
thank you
say,
so
Go
man.
much.
ahead and give
Like,
yourself some shout outs right quick before you hang up, love. Thank you, baby.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I love it. That was dope.
You ain't gotta post it to
She
prove
was
it.
talking some real knowledge though, and it all makes sense. And this is why I get so frustrated, because if people actually think like this, how we're sitting here having these conversations right now, it would be so much smoother to be able to actually have a stable relationship, because it'll be a mutual understanding if you know and you're awoke to what's going on and try to fix some in your own life and the people that you deal with. You know what I'm saying? The outcome would be greater because you understand what's out here and what you're up against.
Right.
And you find somebody that understands that. I'm telling you, situationships can actually become relationships that can work, that can strive, that can lead to marriage.
Yeah, I gotta put again. I don't care. Shit. Again, women have the power to do this. Don't put up with a situationship.
Don't settle.
Definitely not settle.
Because again, we will do what y'all allow us to do.
Yeah.
If you are like, you won't get this until you my man, or you won't get nothing that is entitled that comes with that. Because I don't want to just make everything seems like sex. Everything that comes with you mine and I'm yours.
Yes.
Until we do this, us men will do that. I'm telling you.
Correct.
That's just the truth of it. It used to be a time where women did it. And then it got to, I think it changed when women was like, you know, we won't do it. You know, things won't happen on this first night, but everything is okay the second night. Like that shit was better.
Not today, maybe tomorrow.
But I think, but that can't. You know what that told the dude? That's a settle.
Yeah.
Okay, I can wait 24 fucking hours.
That's so stupid, though.
I understand it, but that's how it came. Like, all right, and next, okay, then shit, situationship.
That's
shit
what,
like that grow
that's
from
what the
there.
whole morals and values is, the self-respect, all that plays a part in what it is that you want out of a relationship. No, whatever it is, people are going to treat you exactly the way you want to be treated. If you're acting ratchet, a man is going to act.
You set the bar for how you want to be treated. You set the bar for how people treat you.
So it doesn't.
Ain't no stopping us for that.
And a woman who is easygoing and will give it up within 24 hours, you have met your match. You cannot be mad at your situation.
And listen, when she say, "Hold up, you're not getting these drawers." Not because you're not getting them ever. You're just not getting them right now.
And that's the part of morals. Now the part that you need to play on your part is, am I man enough to accept what she is telling me?
Or you gonna walk away and go to the next chick
But
who's
I
giving the
want y'all to
drawers up
know
fast.
the going for it ain't never stopping. Y'all understand that?
We do understand that. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's the morals and the self-respect and the value. So if a man was being a real man, he would respect a woman like that and treat it as such and grow from that. Maybe the situation might not work.
Right.
But
Instead
at
of
least you
making
could
us
be
feel
man enough
bad
to say,
for saying no.
hey, when I had her, she was a real woman about her. She wasn't just about to be all, you know what I'm saying? You leave the situation with a memory that would teach you something for the next relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
So please, everybody, either you're single,
y'all ain't ready for this.
married,
Grown folks table.
or
That's real grown.
Please,
Real
stop
grown.
being,
That's real
stop
grown.
being scared of love. Get in and make the commit. Go on and jump. But you putting these different statuses up, I hope you know that you are further backing yourself away from real love.
You might be
really
missing
are.
out on your blessing.
You think because I
Absolutely.
put this title on it validates it. It don't. You are really backing you're giving him a crutch also. I'm gonna tell you, ladies, you're giving him one. It's much I call it this, I'm gonna call it this, and y'all both say that's fine. You're giving him a crutch to do whatever.
And you look like a back lady. When you say compliment, it look like you got a lot of baggage with you. And if I see complicated on the status and I'm strolling like, oh, let me leave him alone because he got baggage
I
that
don't
he
know
need to
why
sort
people thought
out.
It's complicated. Thought that's attractive.
It's not attractive.
Sound like it's
drama.
So
right, exactly.
Right.
It's complicated. What they be saying is complicated. I'm good, love. Deuces. I'm good, love.
Where you doing it at next, man? Where do people hear you?
All right. So right now, what you could do is first and foremost, you could find me on Facebook at Ray Woods, Instagram, The Real Ray Woods, and make sure you add me, follow me. I'll follow back. I also have a page. We have a page, the band that I'm a part of, called The Deal Breakers. Mm-hmm. On Instagram, it's called The Deal Breakers. At The Deal Breakers. On Facebook, it's called The Deal Breakers. That's where we keep up with all our shows, our upcoming dates. We got live footage of all of our recent shows, so you can watch that, see what we about.
Get me and Street some tickets.
Absolutely. Oh, no, we definitely going to show y'all love. Definitely show y'all love. Right now, we working on working the kinks out with some negotiations, trying to get some shows set up. But once you follow me on any social media, one thing you will see is me posting my music and show dates. That's what I'm all about.
Now, but before we go, I want you to talk to Claire a little bit about being in the beginning of your dream, believing in it, and don't let nobody let you just get discouraged. Because right now she's in media school trying to get her dreams off the way. Me and K-Streets, we talk to her every day. Mm-hmm. I wanted to hear from you, from a person that knows that this is a grind, but you believe in you.
What you have to do is, like I said in the beginning, surround yourself. Surround yourself with like minds and with people that are going to elevate you. And don't be intimidated by who they are. That's what my problem was. I was intimidated by people's statuses, by their resumes. And I'm like, am I worthy enough to be with them? If God is going to place somebody in your life, it's going to be for a reason. And so I say that because everybody that I'm with, as far as the deal breakers, are people that have been trying to work with me forever, but I had to step out of my own way. Mm-hmm. So trust the process. Like whatever you do, trust the process and realize that there's always opportunity for you to perfect your craft. So no matter what it is, if you paint, if you doing radio, if you're a singer, if you're a poet, work on your craft. Mm-hmm. And surround yourself with like minds that's going to be honest with you and hold you accountable. Because the accountability market in this industry is at an all-time low.
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely. Look around your friends, you look around the room of your friends, and if you come to the decision that I'm the smartest one in here, I would advise you probably get new friends. Absolutely. Because where's the challenge at? Where are we going to challenge each other? If I looked around the room and you my friends, and I'm the smartest one in it.
Yep.
You know, Mr. Brown, I think that was the inspirational speaker. I heard him say that. If you look around the room and you're the smartest one out your friends, you probably need a new group of friends.
Yep.
Because ain't going to be no more challenging. Where we going to grow? Where we going to go? Yep. So give some shout outs, Clay, before we go. And thank you for coming so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. I want to give a shout out to my mom,
hey, Mom.
Juanita.
What's up, Mom?
That's probably about it. This is my mom. And just, to my job, to all my kids at my job, I hope y'all sleep in the bed. Hope y'all not giving my staff no problems or no trouble. Please, hope y'all sleep in y'all bed. And I just want to just give a shout out to just God and just everything that he's doing, the process. Me being here at this moment, at a time such as this, I think that, you know, this is like where I'm supposed to be at. You know, I was in my own way for a long time. Didn't think I could ever be at a place where I'm really starstruck. I'm really honored to be here. Mm-hmm. I'm so happy, and I'm just trying to build my brand, build myself up, rub elbows, have connections, and network. And I'm hoping that I can use my story to inspire people along the way. And I'm just grateful to be here, and I just thank you so much.
You got a show name for everybody to look out to. You told me to look out for. You told me the other day. Why don't you tell everybody right now the show name that you want everybody to look out for?
Table Talk with Claire is Claire Ine, actually. My middle name is Ine. It stands for I'll Never Abandon You. It's an acronym. Mm-hmm. So I never abandon you is I never abandon my fan base. I'll never abandon what I believe in. I always believe that if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And absolutely. I always was able to stand in my truth and promote who I am and be who I am, even if it makes people uncomfortable, even if it's not, you know, the standard of what people want you to be. I always just thought outside the box. I always just was me, unapologetically me. So that's what it is. And it's about mental health. It's about generational curses, depression, suicide, everything that I've been through, everything that I've overcome, and I have been blessed to say, hey, I made it. If I can do it, you can do it too. And just network with other Black entrepreneurs and Black businesses. I know a lot of people, talented people in Columbus, Ohio, want to bring them over to my show to say, hey, this is where we can find you. This is their talent. This is what they do. Have a platform. It ain't just about me. It's about us. And I think we're stronger as a force, as a unit. Not just the Black community. I'm a diverse person. I have friends from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life. And I think that we can come together. And if I can have a platform to bring people that God has brought in my life to support their talent, to say, hey, this is somebody I know and I can support them in any way I can. And if I have a platform on my table, I definitely want you to come with Clear Eye and,
Thank you so much. We're going to look forward to that show. You say it because I mess up.
WUDG, the Underground Columbus.
Thank you so much. Ray, before you get out of here, please give some shouts. Thank you, fam. Thank you so much.
I want to thank y'all for having me on the show. I love it. I love it. I was
anytime.
I was just telling you, like, I've been trying to get on this radio station for a while, so it all worked out perfectly. First and foremost, got to shout out God for opening the doors that need to be open for me to step through them. Definitely shout out to my city, Columbus, Ohio. I love y'all. I definitely got to give a shout out to the South Side. Shout out to the Deal Breakers. Shout out to the Goodfellas, Ground Zero Band. I got to say shout out. Man, I got so many shout outs. Shout out to Big Bro GT. Shout out to Nord Tab, One Way ENT. Definitely shout out to the Remix Live. And shout out to everybody that is following me, supporting me, pushing me, motivating me, encouraging me to keep this music going. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all can stream all my music on all digital media outlets. Just search Ray Woods. You probably gonna see Roy Woods. I don't have a song with Drake. I'm working on it. But just follow me.
I saw it.
Yeah. But definitely I appreciate everybody.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, K Streets.
All right. So first and foremost, to my babies, I love my babies. My mom, my sisters. Ray, thank you for coming on this show. And I know it's gonna be great things. And I'm glad that you even allowed us to sit here and interview you. So I hope that this won't be the last of this. Because I see that for you. Yeah. So much love and I love the music. I swear you're like the David Hollister, like
thank you.
He just started something.
So somebody asked me, first of all, big shout out to you, Ray Woods. They asked me, what do you like about internet radio? I said, this is the beauty of it. I get to see them in their beginning.
Yeah.
I get to see, I really think I get to see the artists, the poets in their truest form before everything hits. Absolutely. And that is beautiful. So I know it's coming, right? I know, and I'm gonna be at the TV. Like, yeah, he was on the show, me and Streets. But thank you, fam, because I already know it's coming. The greatness is coming. You got a very, very beautiful voice, man. Thank you for coming in, and the stardom is coming, and Columbus need people for you to realize you have to stay. You have to stay. It's not because we're lacking talent. It's not none of that. It's because the talent won't put 10 toes down and stay.
Exactly.
So thank you for coming in, man. Again, any Tuesday you want, man, you come through. It's a grown folks table, y'all. We're gonna leave out of here with some Ray Woods also. This is Come With Me. See y'all next Tuesday.
Oh, that's my joint.
You over there with your hair in the twirl, lounging in the love chair, no care in the world, chilling. When vibration is the feeling in the song, prepare for healing through the phone. Hope I feel the feeling every time you're alone. I know that you hold your own, my queen of thrones. I rap the game while Ray rings the tones. Can I be the speaker box in your love below?
Hey beautiful, I'm glad you answered your phone, cause I've been sitting at home and I've been thinking about you and dreaming about us. Whether you believe it's true, there's really no good excuse why I can't pick the phone and make the time, baby. But tonight I set all plans aside. I just want you inside my ride, and we can zone out and forget the world. My only concern is that you're with me, girl. Hey, sweet lady, I'm wanting you. Let me show you a good time. Just come with me. We can do what you want to do. I know I'll keep you satisfied. Just come with me.
Lay you down with lullabies forever. With all of you, I'm better. Dream about a better thing. Scheme about a better dream. Live free like heavenly angels. When we connect, we set us free from pain and ills. When all the spells are flying way up high up in the skies of blue, nothing can divide the two. The vibe of me inside of you's a lot for me to plot, plan, to try to lose. What we got, come with me inside of you.
Tonight my phones don't do not disturb. You don't have to say a word. My undivided attention is all on you. This evening is overdue. Tonight we can't take over the town. Baby, just let me know if you're down. Woo! You better play that whole one. Ha-ha! Hey! Da, 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 yeah. Hey, sweet lady, I'm wanting you. Let me show you a good time. Just come with me. We can do what you want to do. I know I'll keep you satisfied. Just come satisfied. Hey, sweet lady, I'm wanting you. Let me show you a good time. Good time with you, baby. We can do what you want. We can do what you want. I'll keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied. Yeah, yeah.
You over there with your hair in a twirl, lounging in the love chair, no care in the world, chilling. When vibration is the feeling in the song, prepare for healing.
Have you ever been in the hood and everyone knows you for the fake ass weak buster that you are? Is your so-called street rep being torn apart? Are you tired of being called fucking?